So when starting this episode, I was like, what is the bit that I could do at the top of this intro? And I thought about maybe de-aging myself, which will make more sense after you hear who we have on the podcast today. And nothing felt right. So I figured I would just talk to you about my experience with probably my favorite musical of all time. And that is Merrily We Roll Along. Today, we have Jim Walton on the podcast, and I was a sophomore in college when our dearest godmother of the pod, Michelle Pauck, assigned me a song from Bobby and Jackie, from Merrily We Roll Along. The song was Bobby and Jackie and Jack, and I got assigned it with my two friends, shouting them out, Emma Altieri and Ali Natowski, and we did Bobby and Jackie and Jack together, and I'm like, and she told us, go read the musical beforehand. So I go into the theater office and I'm reading this musical and I'm like, oh, this is one of my favorite things I've ever listened to, ever read. And I found myself teary-eyed and weeping at the end of reading this show. And since then, I think that it's the show that has meant the most to me. And little did I know that I would get the chance to talk to the original Frank from Merrily We Roll Along. And Jim Walton, who's on our podcast today, in case you thought I was talking about someone else. And he was so gracious with his time. He gave you so much Merrily. We talked Merrily for so long. For those Merrily fans, you will love this pod because we talk Merrily. We answer all of the Merrily questions. And if you've not seen it, I think it's really worth checking out. It's one of my favorite documentaries I've ever watched, which is The Best Worst Thing That Ever Happened. And it is this brilliant documentary about the making of Merrily We Roll Along. And it has a lot of the original cast come back to do years later to discuss this little show that was, a super major flop. And technically Hal Prince's and Stephen Sondheim's last collaboration in succession with one another. They went on to do Bounce afterward, but pretty much their final collaboration together. And it really only lasted, I believe it was 16 performances, I think. After the preview process, it was not reviewed well. And now they don't talk about this in the documentary because the documentary came out before, but now it's a major hit. It is a hit. Right? I mean, if you were in the city the last 2 years, you know that Merrily We Roll Along was probably the biggest hit of the last 2 years. Everyone was talking about it. It was meant to run a short run and extended, I think, twice or three times. It won the Tony for Best Revival, the Tony for Jonathan Groff for leading actor, and for Daniel for featured actor. I mean, it was a huge sensation in the last 2 years. So, here it is. I thought this was a really cool little thing. Our dearest, my girlfriend, Kirsten Blue Kaiser, who I adore, she got this gift for us and for Angel, Angelina, who's our reel maker, our TikTok maker. And this is the original playbill. I don't know if you could see it. I'm going to try to do this right here. Boom. But this is the original Merrily We Roll Along playbill. And I'm going to put this picture up of Jim. Check this out. That is Jim Walton, and you'll see him in this episode, and you'll hear him talk about it. We never got to show him this. I'm sure he has one, but it was and I've talked a lot about Merrily, but Jim's career is remarkable. I mean, he was in Come From Away on Broadway. He got to do Bye Bye Birdie with Stamos. What? Mystery of Edwin Drood with our dearest Andy Carl, which we talked all about as well. His career is incredible. He's also a writer. He writes with his brother. He wrote this show called Double Trouble with his brother, Bob Walton, and it premiered in America and it was kind of like a spoof of MGM. And then it was a huger success in Tokyo. And now he reveals to us some exciting news that there's a sequel to Double Trouble coming in 2026. So he gets to talking about that too, which is super exciting. He's doing Come From Away this summer. So there's so much to talk about with Jim. Jim is a blast. He gave us so much incredible insight into Merrily and his entire career. He was so gracious with his time, and we're so grateful, and I think you will be too after watching this episode. So today, I want to be like Jim Walton.
I wanna be like you. I wanna be like you. I wanna be like you. I wanna be like you, you.
Yeah, so Leroy, we had mentioned that I didn't even know that you guys knew each other, but the second I mentioned you, I didn't put anything together, or the 42nd Street stuff or anything, and the second I mentioned you, he was thrilled. He was like...
He's a big champion.
Oh my gosh, he was so sweet. He was like raving. He's like, you gotta ask him about his brother. I was like, okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about Bob.
Do.
Oh yeah, you got to.
Okay, welcome to another episode of I Want to Be Like You with Elbi Cespedes. Today, I want to be like Jim Walton.
Good luck.
Thanks so much for doing this. I cannot thank you enough.
My pleasure.
It is such a... So when I was in college, my professor, Michelle Pock, who you know her.
I do.
She assigned me the song Bobby and Jackie and Jack. And in class.
By yourself?
Well, no. It was this whole class was like we're doing duets and trios.
I see.
And so she assigns us this song, and she was like, but you're not allowed to do the song if you don't go and read the entire musical. You have to go back, you have to read the whole thing, and we had this theater office that had a script of like every show they had ever done. So I went back and I read Merrily for the first time, and I'm like a sophomore in college, and I fell head over heels. Like I just fell in love with it. It became honestly probably my favorite show of all time. And then I watched the documentary, and that is how I found you, and and I introduced it to them and whatever. So I've known you for a while, and I had done all this research because, as I mentioned earlier, like Andy Carl, he's someone who I looked up to so heavily. So I was looking up all of his stuff, and you two were in stuff together all the time. So I've known you for a while. So I've been a big fan of yours for a while. And we feel very lucky to have you here. So thank you so much.
My pleasure. I'm happy to be here.
So we start the podcast with the same question every time. We ask, who was your I Want to Be Like You when you were a kid?
Harold Hill.
Nice.
I guess.
Yeah.
That if I had to name one star when I was like 10 years old, it was Robert Preston as Harold Hill. The Music Man is still one of my favorite musicals.
Yeah.
And I thought he gave a thrilling performance. I just wanted to be either Robert Preston. I really wanted to be Harold Hill.
Yeah, right.
Of course, I didn't know that he was a bad guy then.
Sure.
No, he's a good guy. What's wrong with you all?
He's the lead. He's a hero.
Yeah, why are you going to tar and feather this nice man?
Yeah, right.
So,
he convinced you.
He did.
So, where were you? Tell me if I got this right. I found that you were born in Japan. Is that right?
That's correct.
Oh my gosh, where in Japan?
Tachikawa. You go, anyway. It's 15 miles or so west of Tokyo. There was a U.S. Air Force base there at the time, and my father served 2 years in the Air Force.
Oh, wow.
And was married, and so my mother and my two older siblings were there.
Wow.
Went to Tachikawa, where I was born.
Wow.
And my younger sister Nancy was also born in Tachikawa.
So how long did you live there?
I probably was only there about a year and a half.
Okay. And then where did you move in the States?
Well, it was a long trail. I may not even get this right, but Connecticut, Stratford, Connecticut, don't remember it. Louisville, Kentucky, don't remember it. Wow. And then Marion, Indiana, which is where I grew up.
Oh, wow.
By the time I was 5 years old, we moved there, maybe 4.5. And that's really where my conscious memories began.
Yeah. So
Indiana.
did you ever, we always ask what your first Broadway show was, but I imagine it wasn't until you were older and you moved here.
Meaning when I saw one?
Your first one that you saw.
Well, no, actually, we were theater crazy kids.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. We had a great theater community in my hometown.
In Marion, Indiana.
Marion, Indiana. Yeah, believe it or not. It was like a fever. People wanted to be in the show choir, the swing choir, it was called then, in high school, which I then was in for 2 years.
Yeah.
And my father was from West Orange, New Jersey.
Okay.
Which is a half-hour drive from here.
Yep.
And my mother was from Rhode Island, so every summer we would come east from Indiana, get in the station wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so my older sister Joan and I convinced my father to buy tickets to 2 musicals on either a Wednesday or a Saturday, because it was
the matinee.
we saw a matinee and an evening performance.
Okay.
The matinee was Applause.
No way.
You know who
with
was in
Leroy.
Applause? Exactly.
Wow.
And I knew who Leroy Reams was just from the show.
Yeah.
The record.
Yeah.
And loved it. We loved Applause. And then that evening we saw No No Nanette at what is now the Richard Rodgers Theater.
How cool. Wait, so was Applause like this? How did you guys? Those shows they don't seem super touristy, right?
I don't know. We
Yeah.
had the recordings, and it was probably that we liked the music.
Right. How old were you?
16, I think.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think it was 71. I'll bet it was the summer I turned 16.
Wow, very cool. That's awesome. What a coincidence.
And
It's
then
so
years
funny.
later, I ended up working at the Palace.
Right.
So it was a full circle moment for me.
Yeah, for sure.
To be on the stage, and I could look at the area. I knew where my father and my sister and I sat.
Yeah.
House left in the orchestra. And I have
cool.
specific memories of seeing it. And then No No Nanette.
Yeah.
Well, after Applause, we said, well, we blew our wad. Nothing can compare to that.
Yeah.
Then we sat in the front row of the mezzanine at the Richard Rodgers. Then it was the 46th Street.
Uh-huh.
It's impossible to say. No wonder they changed it. 46th Street.
46th Street. Theater.
Yeah, and then we saw that, and we grew up tap dancing, so we were blown away by
Yeah, I'm
No No
sure.
Nanette.
Oh my gosh, how cool. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So when did you decide that you were going to do theater? Like, did you do theater? I imagine you did theater in high school and whatnot.
Yeah, when did I decide? It was a gradual process,
Yeah.
I think. Because I play the piano, so I started piano when I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
Then I sang in like the junior choir at church. And then kept playing the piano, and then by the time I got to junior high or middle school, I was still singing in choirs and doing community theater productions in the summer.
Oh,
like
very
one
cool.
every summer.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that's helped me too. Yeah.
And so I was basically in the ensemble of The Music Man, MAME, Guys and Dolls, and I'm probably forgetting one, 1776.
Oh, nice. That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
And then I was also in the swing choir in high school. Mm-hmm. So I'd say by my senior year, by age 17, I knew I was going to go to the conservatory in Cincinnati.
Very cool.
University of Cincinnati.
And at that point, you were majoring, because when we talked to Leroy about it, the musical theater department was very, it was still up and coming. He was a theater and arts major. There wasn't a musical theater program. From what I understand, from what he said, CCM is the first school to have a musical theater
I
program.
believe that's true.
Yeah.
The two colleges, I think they merged the music and the theater. Or I don't know what happened.
But when you went there, you were there for musical theater.
That's correct. By then, they had a BFA in musical theater performance.
Wow. And did you do, I mean, when we talked to Michelle about this too, is like the way college auditions go now is such a business. It's such a culture. It's such a, I mean, we teach kids, and I teach like Angel's Age and whatnot. We just had our show last night, and the kids are going through the college audition process, and some of them are auditioning for something like 17 schools. I mean, it's like,
it's a real racket.
Yeah. That wasn't my experience, but that was a lot of people in my class. They were auditioning for a bajillion schools. I imagine that wasn't the case back then. Right?
I don't remember it being that way, although I auditioned for 3 universities or colleges, but 2 were to get a Bachelor of Arts to be a teacher.
Oh, okay. Like theater education.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I thought, well, let me audition for Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And then when I got the green light there, I thought, well, that's what I want to do. I want to perform. I don't want to teach.
Right. Yeah, right.
It's all about me, isn't it?
Yeah, right.
It's great
That's
school.
interesting.
It was a great school.
Talk to me about the shows you did in college.
I did a great number of shows throughout my college years. I think the first one was at the end of my freshman year, so we're talking 1974, like May, June. I did Dames at Sea.
Oh, cool.
On the showboat Majestic. It was an actual old showboat that was docked
in the river, right?
On the Ohio River.
Yeah.
Right near the stadium where the Cincinnati Reds play.
Cool.
And I played Dick in Dames at Sea, and I was like 18 and almost.
That's a great show.
19. It is
really
a great show.
I just learned about it like a couple weeks ago. I think it's a great show.
It's a great score.
Yeah.
It's a great,
It's really
fun.
pretty. Yeah.
6 actors. in
Yeah,
it.
and it's funny.
That's unheard of. It is
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Tuneful. Tap dancing.
Right.
So that was the first show. But then every summer, beginning that summer of '74, I went to the Wagon Wheel Playhouse, which is in Warsaw, Indiana.
Mm-hmm. I know Wagon Wheel.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a theater I had previously gone to a number of times because I grew up an hour away from it.
Yeah, okay.
So Wagon Wheel was like my Broadway.
Yeah.
There's no way I'll ever get into a show at Wagon Wheel. You know,
Yeah.
it's you can love it and go see shows, but
It's the top of the top.
yeah, they're not gonna. Well, then
Wagon Wheel.
I auditioned when I was a freshman at University of Cincinnati for their summer season, and I got a contract.
Oh, cool. And that was your first professional gig, I imagine?
Well, Dames at Sea was.
Oh, Dames at Sea. Yeah.
It was. I think it was a $100 honorarium
Nice.
for about 6 weeks of work.
Nice. Oh, my
100,
God.
not a week.
Yeah, right.
I might have gotten credit.
Yeah, 100 a week is more like the pay now.
Yeah, that's what you'd guess. But I played Billy. Is it Billy Early? Who's in No No Nanette?
Oh,
the Bobby
cool.
Van role, the lawyer.
Wow.
You can dance with any girl.
Yeah.
Great songs.
Well, little did you know when you were 16, like only 6 years later or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that was
Even less.
Bobby Van was also a big hero of mine as a boy and a young man. Because when we saw No No Nanette in 1971, he was the song and dance role. So slick and cool.
So were you a dancer?
Well, yes.
Yeah?
I like to say I was a hoofer, more of a tap dancer.
Right. I was going to say, I mean, I figured you were a tap dancer based on...
Yeah, more tap. And I had to work more on anything that took a little more ballet training.
Sure.
Turns.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And, keeping out and open and spotting and
Right.
just how to line.
Yeah.
I had to work at
How much of that training did you get at CCM?
We got a fair amount of it.
Yeah, dance stuff?
Yeah. I remember being a little disappointed with what we musical theater majors got as far as dance training.
Mm-hmm.
They put us in beginning ballet and beginning jazz. There was no tap class, but my sister Joan, who was also a student there at the same time, we found this man named Don Runcie, who I think he was an opera major, but he was a very good tap dancer. So we hired him to teach us once a week.
Cool.
And
Wow.
so he taught us privately.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's what me and Angel do too. We take tap every week.
Oh,
privately.
that's great.
Yeah.
You're dancers.
We do. We're I always say, like, I'm like a dancer, but I'm a tapper. I really
Tapping.
same thing. Where I'm like, I love tap.
It's fun to do and a blast for people to watch.
Yeah, and
People
it's also
love-
there's a lot of coordination that is beyond that you don't even realize. I think a lot of people who I see who are like our teacher, we had her on the podcast actually. She's must be in her 70s, and she is very active. I think her brain is very active. I think a lot of the elderly tappers are very active because of the coordination required for tap.
It's the coordination and the weight, where your weight is. Because if
Right.
you're going to do a shuffle on your left
Yeah.
foot, your weight has to be on your right.
Yeah.
But if you're going flap to
Right.
the left, it goes from the right to the left.
Right.
But it's the same sound. Da-dum.
Yeah,
So people
yeah.
go, well, no.
Yeah.
It's the
Or even times where she'll do something and it'll be at the rhythm of like a da-da-da-dun, da-dun, da-dun. And I could do anything else to that same rhythm, but if I'm not focused on the moves that she's doing, I'm out.
Yeah,
You know?
it's tricky.
Yeah.
The little tap I've taught, usually I teach the routine or 8 bars of it just where the weight is.
Yeah.
Before I say, now we're going to add tap. Because
sure.
people are so focused on getting those tap sounds that they throw their
They
weight
lose
to
the weight
wrong.
distribution. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
if it's quick, slow, that's what you teach.
Yeah, right,
You know,
right.
and
yeah.
then you, on that slow, you're going to go did-did-did. with your other foot.
right.
But
So you go to CCM, and you're working in the interim, like in the summers at
yeah,
regionals.
very good, Elbi. Every summer through my college years, so 4 summers, I went to
Wow.
Wagon Wheel.
Cool.
And they had a 6-show season every summer, non-equity stock.
Oh, cool.
And I would do at least 5 of them, because sometimes they would start with a play.
Oh, cool.
That most of us, we musical people, were not in.
Yeah.
But I would be largely in the ensemble of. My first season was, God, I can't really remember, but I know it was No No Nanette, Bye Bye Birdie, Minnie's Boys, Brigadoon. I think I'm remembering, and a Cole Porter, An Evening with Cole Porter.
An Evening with Cole Porter.
And so I played a lead role in No No Nanette and was in the ensemble of 3 shows, and then we were all featured, of course, in the revue.
Very cool.
But then as time went on, year after year, I went back. I played piano in the pit for some shows.
Oh, nice.
I choreographed, ended up directing. So it was a great... Wagon Wheel was crucial to my development.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
So
really
to
cool.
think, okay, I basically did 20 different musicals over my college years just at Wagon Wheel.
Wow. That's so cool.
Because in 4 years, you wouldn't repeat. We're going to do No No Nanette again. No, you just did it 3 years
did a
ago.
bunch of
No,
stuff.
you're going to do... I did a little night music, George M. A lot of shows.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. So then you graduate college. Is your first step moving to New York?
Well, no. Connected to Wagon Wheel, there was a stage manager, scenic designer named Todd Scarce, who was a champion of mine, who loved me and what I did. He took a job in an equity theater in Naples, Florida.
Oh.
So this would be the fall of 1977.
Okay.
After my graduation in June of 77.
Yeah.
And he said, they're looking for a musical director. I said, all right.
Yeah.
Well, let me... So I don't even remember auditioning, but I got the job to be the pianist and musical director, teaching the vocal choral parts
cool.
and then playing the shows at night.
Wow. Very cool.
But I did it because it was an equity theater.
Of
and
course.
I thought, maybe after a few months, they'll put me in a show and I'll get my equity card.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Oh, nice.
So that's
oh,
why.
Great.
That's one of the main reasons I went.
So what show was it that got you your equity card?
Room Service.
Oh, cool.
A play. The Marx Brothers did a film of it.
Oh.
It's like a drawing room comedy. The whole thing takes place in a hotel room.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
And a director who has no money, and the writer, and the star, and all the backstage struggles. But it was Room Service.
Oh, nice. And what was the theater in Naples?
It was called the Naples Dinner Theater.
Oh, cool. Does it still exist?
No.
guess not, right?
I think it's a storage space now.
Oh, man. I've heard something like there's 10 or a little over 10 equity dinner theaters left in the country.
That's it?
Isn't that terrible? There's some non-union dinner theaters that exist, a lot in Florida, but equity dinner theaters, there's really only 10 or 12.
That's
I know,
hard to believe.
I know, and I love dinner theater. I went to dinner theater for the first time a couple years ago, and because I was so unfamiliar with it, and I was like, this is fantastic. I get dinner, and while I'm eating my dessert, they're putting on a whole show in front of me. You always have a great view. You always have leg room.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It's like...
No, it's great. Act
the
one,
best.
and then you have dessert at intermission.
Yeah,
I think.
right. Yeah, it's like, I thought I think dinner theater's fantastic. I think they should have one theater on Broadway that is designated to
Does
dinner theater. Right?
That'd be quite an endeavor, wouldn't
I
it?
know. So that's what we're manifesting. That's what
Yeah.
we're planning.
So I worked there off and on in Naples for a year and a half, mainly as a musician.
Okay.
I think I was in 2 shows there, I think. But even the second one, which was, guess what? It was called Cole. It was a Cole Porter review.
Another one.
Yeah. And I played, but I also sang and danced in it a little
Another
bit.
evening with Cole Porter.
Yeah. Who, by the way, grew up about 20 miles from my hometown.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
He was from Peru. They call it Peru in Indiana. Yeah. So, and he actually studied music as a boy in my hometown. Meaning
very
Marion was the big city for Cole Porter.
Oh, that's funny. That's really funny.
Yeah. But anyway, so I did that for a year and a half, and then moved to New York City in February of 1979. So almost 2 years after I graduated.
After you graduated. Did you, what was it like in terms of getting an agent? What was that? Was that something that was important back then, as crucial as it is like now?
I think it was. I remember it as being crucial.
Yeah.
That was one of the steps to proceeding an actor wanted to do. I just got here and got Backstage Magazine. I don't know if it's still a magazine any longer.
It's a site
online.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no. It actually still is a magazine.
Can you actually buy it? And
Yep.
that's what I would do. I buy it, and I was equity, so I would circle equity auditions.
Sure.
And usually, the way I remembered is you just showed up.
Right. Yeah.
I don't remember having to get a call time and.
No, I think now. I mean, now it's an appointment. Now you set an appointment on the equity site. But that's really only a post-COVID thing.
Sure.
Even in 2019, you were walking to the building, you were signing up.
Yeah. Well, one of the shows that I circled was an off-Broadway revue called it was called Big Bad Burlesque.
Big Bad Burlesque.
So it was an affectionate nod to burlesque, the scantily clad ladies, the comics, and the drum shots, jokes, and silliness, and naughty humor.
Oh, interesting.
So guess what? I was the onstage pianist. And also, believe it or not, when I was a kid, I played a bunch of instruments, and I played drums for a while.
Okay.
So it was on my special skills.
Yes, right. Of course,
special
of
skills
course.
at the bottom of my resume.
Yes.
And Don Brockett, the man who created Big Bad Burlesque, was a Pittsburgh man, and he said, "It says here you played the drums too." Yeah. Oh, first of all, I said, "You play the piano?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, we kind of want a lot of like ragtime, old-time piano in it," and I knew how to play the Maple Leaf Rag. Scott Joplin's, it's very famous. Right. We've all heard it. So I played it. And I went, "That's great. And you also play the drums?" "Yeah." So I played the piano. So here's my piano. And here on my left foot, not the sustain pedal, was a hi-hat. So I could do upbeats. And here was a snare drum.
Oh my gosh.
With sticks, so I'd go. And
you were also juggling and doing it on your hands at the same time.
Exactly. It was nuts.
That's crazy.
And I was 24. Well, actually 23 when I booked it.
Oh
I
my
turned
gosh.
24 that summer.
How long did you do it for?
I only did it for a couple of months. I wasn't very happy.
And
what? And not because I was playing the piano and drums.
Sure.
And I also tap danced in it.
Oh my God.
There was a tacit tap I did with Danny Herman, who was this great young man who was in the show. And he was a dancer and an acrobat.
Yeah.
And so this is like, I tell this and people go, "What?" Well, on stage right there is a fire pole. Because my piano was up on the second level, visible.
Okay.
But I'm like upstairs.
Yeah.
And top of Act 2, I played like an entr'acte, and then ran over to the fire pole and slid down, wearing tap shoes, mind you. I started Act 2 in tap shoes. Slid down the fire pole, and I tap danced with Danny Herman. Then ran up the stairs and sat down and finished the show in my tap shoes.
Oh my gosh, that is epic. That is so cool.
So it's like, shoestring?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And I was probably paid more than the actors because I was a musician.
Right.
But mind you, I think I made $250 a week.
Oh, God. Crazy.
I think.
That is so crazy.
Wagon Wheel was, I think, $120 a week.
Wow.
And I don't think they put us up. I think we had to pay housing out of that.
Oh, wow.
So your housing is, I don't know.
I mean, was that the case for you? Or like, was it close enough to your house that you could...
Oh, no, I lived with other actors there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was an hour from I didn't want to do all that commuting.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So,
wow. Crazy.
I lived in a trailer, I remember my first year.
Oh, my gosh.
With Bill Nolte and Tom Viola.
Oh,
do you know
cool.
Tom Viola?
No,
Broadway Cares.
Yeah.
He created it.
Yeah. Very cool.
But anyway, Big Bad Burlesque. But then after that, a guy, Steve Liebman, who was in Big Bad Burlesque, he played like the top banana. He was like a rotund, funny, very talented guy. He could play the piano, wrote songs.
Oh, cool. We
would play original songs for each other. He said, "Are you going to audition for Scrambled Feet?" I said, "What's that?" He said, "Well, it's a successful revue at the Village Gate," which Bleecker and Thompson Street, it's not the Village Gate any longer. It's a CVS. The good news is you can still get your drugs there. That's my one line. That's it. So I auditioned. And it was a 4-person review, 3 men and 1 woman, and a duck. A live duck was in the show in 1 number. Yeah. And I got it.
Oh my gosh.
I got it. And this show, unlike Big Bad Burlesque, had some visibility.
Okay.
So I then reached out to agents.
Okay.
Saying, I'm John Walton, I'm doing
Come
this.
see Scrambled Feet.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it or you would like to see it again.
Yeah.
And booking that.
Was it any good? Was it a good?
I thought it was very good.
Oh, yeah? Okay,
it was
great.
a topical review.
Yeah.
It almost presaged, is that the word? Forbidden Broadway.
Oh.
It was before Forbidden
okay.
Broadway, but they made fun of, they spoofed theater things.
Okay.
They did a thing on Whose Life Is It Anyway, Dracula, I can't remember.
And what was the duck there
The
for?
duck, Hermione, is named Hermione, was in a number called Never Go on Stage with an Animal. That Evelyn Barron sang. You know, she started Un Bel Di. She sang Un Bel Di opera aria, and then somebody from behind the curtain, it was a small stage, puts the duck out and goes whack whack whack.
Oh
whack,
my
and walking around, and the audience of course laughs, and she does an improv with his duck.
That's so
And then
funny.
I think somebody else slips out and plays. We all played the piano in it, by the way.
Oh.
There was
okay.
no band.
The
There was
duck too.
Yeah, the duck was very good, even with the web. Smart Alec. We all played the piano for each other.
Yeah.
4 of us.
Yeah.
And so I think somebody came out and played while she sang "Never Go on Stage with an Animal," and I don't remember anything else of the song.
That is so funny. You got your first agent after Scrambled Feet?
Yes, I did. Ann Wright Representatives. Danny Guerrero was the guy's name.
Oh, cool.
I believe that's who came to see
Scrambled Feet.
Feet.
Wow.
And I don't remember if I freelanced or I was signed, but ever since then.
That was a huge deal, though. That was big.
Huge,
That was a big, yeah.
So
big push
basically, from fall of 1979, I've had an agent.
Wow, cool. That's so cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the reason why we ask that question always is because I think it's the hardest, for me at least, it was the hardest thing I had to do was find an agent.
And you have done
I
so?
do have one now.
Good for
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
And she's wonderful. But but it is definitely, and I always, like, kids coming out of college too, it's such a hard thing.
Sure. People ask me, how do you get an agent? You know?
Yeah.
And my answer is always, you have to go out there and create work.
Yeah.
The best way is to go out and get work. None of this, I'm going to go in with my picture and resume and talk. That's fine. But I knew I had to get in a show where I could give a fair representation of what I do.
Right.
Then invite people. Also, when people backstage would say, "Oh, my agent was here last week." Who's your agent?
Yes.
And then you write to them and you say,
Yep.
"I'm sorry I didn't get to meet you last week.
Yeah,
I've heard
yeah,
wonderful
yeah.
things about you."
Right.
And then it can happen, but it helps to be seen.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so you booked your first Broadway show in 1980.
Very good.
And it was Perfectly Frank.
Mm-hmm. It was a Cole Porter review. No, kidding.
Tell me about Perfectly Frank, because it wasn't a Cole Porter review, but it was a Frank Lesser review.
It sure was.
And in a way, it feels a little foreshadowy.
Frank?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Frank, yeah, that's a little strange. I just put that together.
Well, a lot of people don't know this. Big deal. I love these little things.
Yeah.
Like today is 0505. And
Yes.
3 days ago it was 5225, palindromes.
Yes.
While in Perfectly Frank,
Yeah.
its short 2-week run,
Yeah.
I auditioned for Merrily We Roll Along.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
That's so. There's something so.
And I booked it 4 or 5 days before Perfectly Frank closed.
Wow.
So I got into a Broadway show, and then before that one closed very quickly, I had booked my second Broadway show. And
Wow.
I just thought, well, never mind to do that. Steven Sondheim?
I'm okay.
What?
Yeah. Right.
Even that I met him at
Right.
Callbacks was
Right.
that's all I wanted.
Right. Tell me about the audition for Perfectly Frank.
Well, I guess it was an agent call.
Okay.
It must have been, because this was probably in August or September of 1980, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And I don't really remember what I sang, oddly enough. Although I do remember one thing I sang, which I believe is what got me the job. Ron Field was the director choreographer.
We know about Ron Field.
Yeah. And in the breakdown it said this, they're looking for somebody who sing, dance, and play the piano. So I worked out something to play and sing at the piano. And I came up with a very bizarre idea, which was to say, I set it up as I wanted to sing these two songs. I couldn't decide which song to sing. And so I decided to kind of sing them together.
Oh.
Right? And so they're thinking, a medley? And I sat down and I played.
And you accompanied yourself?
Yeah.
Well, that's what they wanted.
They wanted somebody who could play and sing.
Right.
And so I played the melody of On a Clear Day, but sang the lyrics to People to it. Oh, people, people who need people are the luckiest people
that is
in
so
the
clever.
world. And with a kind of a confused look on my face, like, what? This isn't really working out. Well, I think they thought it was funny and just weird.
That is so bold, though.
It was very bold.
Yeah.
Well, Steve Martin was and still is a hero of mine, and I thought, well, what? I wanted to do something subversive.
Yeah. That is super a la Steve Martin.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like, hey, I got a couple of songs to sing. Hey, you know.
Right.
I'm a rambling guy.
Yeah.
I still think he's hilarious.
He's brilliant. Yeah. Have you ever read his book?
Oh, yeah.
I thought his book was amazing.
Yeah. And I met him because
really?
I auditioned for Picasso at the La Panagile, his play.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Very kind. He was so kind to me, and he laughed at me, and I was just like, what?
Yeah.
This was close to the Stephen Sondheim. I
Yeah.
just wanted to meet Steve Martin, and I didn't book it, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's a great
well,
story.
there's something special about it. I met him too once, and he was really, really sweet. He's like just
very
so
down to earth.
wonderful.
I told him, I shook his hand. He got up. I walked into the theater,
Yeah.
small theater, and auditioned on a stage, which you did back then. And he got up from his seat and walked all the way over to me and offered his hand. And
Oh, wow, that's really
he
sweet.
said, thanks for coming in, Jim. It's like, I said, well, I'm just a huge fan of yours. And he went, oh, thank you. Like he'd never heard it.
Yeah.
But it was genuine.
Yeah.
He just went, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Huh?
I know.
And then he laughed at me, and then they gave me an adjustment. Try it again, Jim. We want this or that. And I tried to do an adjustment, but I had worked so hard on what I had, and I did some things, and I actually made a moment where I created a little soliloquy for this character, where I walked down stage and mused about how great I'm going to be one day. Oh yeah, I could see it all. And he laughed again at that. And I thought, well, that was my little Steve Martin nod.
Yeah.
But I didn't book it, but I didn't care.
It's so funny. It's like, how do those things are such anomalies, because it's like you're like, oh, I did everything. I did everything. You know what I mean?
I could die. I remember that day I'm thinking, well, I don't want to die.
No.
This is probably 30 years ago anyway. So I was in my 30s.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
met
Funny.
Steve Martin.
Funny. Yeah.
But how did I get on? Oh, Perfectly Frank. Yeah. Oh, here's my other story.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying to you kids out there, it's good to take a sleeping pill the day before your audition so you wake up refreshed. Well, that's what I did. Before my callback for Perfectly Frank,
Yeah.
I set an alarm like 4 hours before my audition. Say my audition was at 11 a.m. So I set an alarm for 7 or whatever. Went to sleep. Well, I took the pill, and I woke up at around 10:15, 45 minutes before my audition.
Oh.
Washed my hair in the sink, put on clothes, and thought, nope, I don't have a G today. I'm going to take in this song, which is an F top, because there's just no time to warm my voice.
Yeah.
And I remember walking to the audition, and my fingers were still kind of tingling because I had slept so deeply.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So you kids out there.
And you booked it.
And I did. Now, I don't know if that was the day I said, oh, I'm just going to sing this, people who need people. And, of course, that song ends in the middle of a sentence because the lyrics don't line up with the music.
Wow.
It ends on the word,
it sounds,
the, you're singing the.
It sounds one of those things like, you know what, I'm going to go in and see what happens.
Yeah, it really was.
So what did they have you do for your callback?
I think I had to do a little
Some material,
dancing, tap dancing.
Cool.
I probably had to read a little scene.
Yeah.
And had to sing a song or two.
Yeah, and you booked it on Broadway. I mean, that's like huge.
Yeah, that was a huge thing.
Broadway debut.
Yep.
Tell me about your what theater was it in?
It's gone now. It was the Helen Hayes, the original Helen Hayes.
The original Helen Hayes that became the Marquee.
Yeah, the Marquee. Yeah, across from the
They
L'Enfant.
destroyed those 5 theaters.
Yeah, the Bijou, the Morosco, the Helen Hayes.
To make the Marquee. They
Marquee,
destroyed 5 theaters.
the hotel
to make the
and the theater.
Yeah. Oh, wow, interesting.
That's where it was.
Wow,
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah.
And you said, so I imagine it wasn't received well because you said it was only 2 weeks.
Yeah. It wasn't received well. We got kind of bashed by the Times, and I get it. But at age 25, I was crestfallen, of course.
Yeah.
Not that I had illusions that we were going to run a year and then I'm going to go to Hollywood. I don't remember thinking that.
Sure.
So I went back to Scrambled Feet.
But, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I left it to do that show, and then after it closed early, they reached out and said, if you want to come back
Hey, we hear you're free.
at some point, like in the new year. I think I went back by January or February of
Wow.
81.
Wow, interesting. So, it's funny, and we'll talk about this when we get to Merrily, like right now, but it's funny how these shows close in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because that really, listen, shows close all the time, but that does not happen anymore. 2 weeks? That doesn't really happen.
My first 2 Broadway shows ran 2 weeks each.
I mean, that is nuts.
Yeah.
After having done a preview process.
Yeah, Merrily, we'll get to. It was
Yes.
a long preview.
Right, yes.
Typically a long preview.
So you
period.
mentioned you auditioned for Merrily did you already know that, you must have known, right, that Perfectly Frank was closing?
I think I knew by the callback, which was December. Somebody could give you the date, or you could probably find it. Early December of 1980.
Yeah.
Right before, sadly, John Lennon was assassinated. I remember. It was like it all happened around that time.
gosh.
That was December 8th, I think, of 1980.
Oh my gosh.
And I bet the callback was the 5th of December-ish. And I knew we were closing. But I'll bet when I went to the first audition for Merrily, which was for Joanna Merlin, who cast
I was gonna say.
it was, I don't know. I wonder if I was rehearsing Perfectly Frank then. I don't remember.
Wow, interesting. So you were not, it was an agent appointment. You were not at the big cattle call for Merrily.
Well, I was at that final cattle call.
Okay.
If you call it that.
Yeah.
But I had auditioned. I got an appointment.
Okay.
I auditioned for Joanna Merlin.
Okay.
And maybe an associate. I don't remember.
Okay.
I got a callback.
Was it an equity? It was an equity audition?
Yes.
Okay.
By then, I was equity for like
upset.
a year and a half or something.
We talked to Brad Oscar. We had Brad Oscar on, and he had mentioned that, and I don't think I think on our podcast was one of the first times he had talked about it really, but he was obsessed with Sondheim, upset because of Sweeney, and he auditioned for Merrily in that big open call, that big,
I wonder if that big open call you're mentioning is that last day.
Oh, maybe.
That ends Lonnie's great documentary. Where Prince tells us the good news is you're all on the show.
Yeah.
Lost it.
Yeah.
It could be. I think that's when people say the big Merrily cattle call. It was that.
That's what I guess I had assumed that they had done a big open call the way they would now for something like a Wicked or like a.
You know what? I'll bet that's what it was.
Yeah.
I'll bet it was a cattle call, and certain people, myself included, were
already
called
had a
back.
slot. Yeah.
And they said, "You guys come back for whatever time."
Yeah. Interesting.
Because I didn't sing or read for Prince or Sondheim or Gianni or Firth. Okay. They weren't at the first. It was a screening with Joanna.
With Joanna and her associate.
That I do remember. I sang "Oh Pete." No, I didn't. I sang "Broadway Baby" from Dames at Sea. I found me a Broadway baby. Great up tempo. Has a high G at the end.
Yeah.
On an open
What did
vowel.
you know about the show going in? What were the talks?
I don't remember
Yeah.
now, but I know it was Firth and Sondheim who
Right.
wrote Company.
Hello.
The same theater, the Alvin, which is now the Simon.
Right.
They're just going through the names of the chipmunks there with that.
Yeah, right.
Really makes me feel so. Gosh.
Theo.
I sang Broadway Baby, and then I sang I've Confessed to the Breeze I Love You from No No Nanette. So going back to it all is
That's
connected.
very interesting. Yeah.
I've confessed to the breeze I
Yeah.
love you. Great. I love that ballad. I still love the music to No No Nanette.
Yeah.
And I remember, gosh, it's so funny. It's like slightly bragging, but I put in a kind of a money note towards the end of I've Confessed to the Breeze.
Uh-huh.
Decided to tell you to. I went up to like a G.
Nice.
And I remember I could see, you're looking out, but I could see Sondheim go, like,
Whoa.
meaning it was like, wow, he's a tenor. Or my joke is, or he had the Reuben for lunch. It was like, oh.
So you sang that. So you sang these songs for the. I'm sorry. You sang No No Net for the callback.
I think I sang both of those songs
both
for
those songs
Joanna
for-
Merlin, and then again.
Again. Oh wow.
And
Very
then
cool.
I thought it worked for her. Maybe it'll work for them.
How intimidating was that room? I mean, it's like everyone. It's like
I'm sure it was
it's
intimidating.
the Mount Rushmore, and they're coming off. Am I crazy? They're coming off Sweeney Todd.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Sweeney
so-
was probably running. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It must have been.
yeah,
Yeah. It must have been.
Yeah, because it opened in March of '79.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like they are right now the Lin-Manuel Miranda equivalent.
Oh
of-
yeah, they were they were it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it was intimidating, but I was cocky. I was
Really?
25,
Oh, cool.
and again, I was humbled that I just wanted to meet them.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to. It was an audition. It was me making an investment in my long-term future.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not this show with Hal and Steve,
Yeah.
but maybe the next one.
Right.
There wasn't a next one for them.
Yeah.
But so I've been lucky to be able to find that
Right.
for big auditions.
Yeah.
That, what do you call it? I call it grace.
Yeah.
Where it's, this isn't really about me in this moment. I'm grateful
To just be here.
to be in the room.
Yeah. I can't tell you the amount of times that you really have to pause. Like I have had in the last couple months, especially where I'll look around and be like, oh my gosh, I'm in a room with, Savion Glover right
Yeah.
now. Like that, or I'm in a room with, all these people that I can't,
Savion
I just,
Glover. Yeah.
to be honest with you, I just walked out of the room and I was like, I don't even care if I get it. I'm
Yeah,
just
that's
happy to
exactly
be
where
here.
I was that
Yeah.
day. And so,
But you did get it.
I did get it. And Hal was so kind, and Joanna Merlin was just so kind.
Yeah.
And it was all, they treated us all with great respect.
Yeah.
I sang those two songs. I think I read a scene. I auditioned, to be in the ensemble, but they had us all, try to read, hey, have them read this, have them read that.
Oh, okay.
So I think I read Jerome, his lawyer,
Okay.
Jerome,
Yep,
which is what I originally booked, Ensemble and
okay.
Jerome.
Ensemble and Jerome. So did they give you notes in the room or anything like that? Did Hal say anything?
Probably, but I don't remember.
Sure.
There were so many people that there probably wasn't time to
really spend
do
time
an
with you like
adjustment.
that.
Jim, what we're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we danced a little bit. Ron Field led us. He was the original choreographer for that.
Oh, wow.
And again, I'm speculating, but I believe part of the reason I booked it was Ron liked me. Not that Hal and Steve and George and everybody didn't, but
And Ron was directing Perfectly Frank at the time?
yeah, it was open.
Well, yeah, it was already. But so was there any? I wonder if there was any, because he knew you were in it, right? And it hadn't closed yet, and so was it?
Yeah, he knew I was in Perfectly Frank.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like he knew you were in it, and he knew you were auditioning for this piece. Was
Yeah.
that like a point of contention?
No, I don't think so. Certainly, by the time the callback happened,
Right.
we were
Oh, you already
we
knew
were
it was
close.
close. Right, of course.
And the theater is such that, who knows? Maybe he knew Sondheim had to finish the score
Sure.
because we delayed for 9 months.
Right.
Or 8 months. No, it was 9 because it includes December of that year.
Wow. So you booked it and then you went back to Scrambled Feet?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Knowing that you were going to be in a new Sondheim piece in the fall.
Yes.
Wow. How cool is that?
Yeah, it was
How
great.
Cool is that?
And
Yeah,
was
you're like
what?
living on the high.
I was 25 then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there any concern about whether or not you were going to stay with the piece in the fall? Like, was there any concern that that something was gonna? Because things are so fickle in theater.
mean
I feel
Merrily?
like, yeah. Like, was there any concern that like this? You know, like I booked it, but I don't know. Am I? You know what I mean? Anything like
It's
that?
hard for me to imagine anyone would have said, "No, I'm not going to do the Sondheim Prince."
No, that's not what I mean. I mean more about like
About
that
Scrambled
they would
Feet?
let you go.
Oh, Scrambled Feet.
No, with Merrily. Like the idea that
Cast
you.
somebody else.
Yeah, that something would where like you already
Oh.
had a contract signed. I imagine and
I
everything.
don't
right?
remember.
Because I guess it feels like sometimes things are so fickle with theater
Yeah, sure.
that it's one of those things where like I booked it today, but until I'm in the room, I can't say that it's official.
I get that.
You know,
I'll bet I got an offer by, I don't know, January or February
Yeah.
of '81.
Okay.
Meaning, the agent calls and says, "I've got the meaning they've signed it."
we're good.
So
Yeah,
once
yeah.
you hear that,
Yeah, it was
I
pretty
think
official.
Yeah.
You're good. Okay, so talk to me about Merrily. I imagine that you guys there was no workshop or anything that you guys did before the Broadway, right?
Well, no, there were readings before, but that I did not do.
Okay.
I mean, part of one is in Lonnie's documentary. And
Yeah.
if you remember that, Steve playing Our Time at a piano, and Jason Alexander's in it, Lonnie, James Weisenbach, the original Frank.
Yep.
I'm forgetting some others who were there.
Yeah.
So they kind of had like a read through of part of the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. But no, it was not. We certainly didn't workshop it.
Right.
We just showed up
My gosh.
the day after Labor Day or whenever.
Yeah,
in,
yeah. And get going on this
1981.
thing. So tell me what the rehearsal process was like. You guys, from what I understand, you guys were all pretty green, right? I imagine you were the only one who already had a Broadway credit. Or
I
one of
think
the
there
few.
was one or two.
Yeah.
I think Giancarlo Esposito
Yeah.
had a credit, and forgive me, I'm thinking there's someone else.
I
and
want
I'm
to
not
know.
remembering it.
I was gonna hold on it, but I want to ask it now. Giancarlo wasn't in the documentary. Well, he's like in it, but he's not in it, and it's really not. Was he? He was a part of the whole show the whole time.
Oh
and
yeah,
everything?
he was part of it. I think his life, his
Yeah.
career exploded.
Busy man.
Yeah, and I think that he just was not available or didn't make himself available.
Sure.
But not out of any
But he was-
animosity
no, of
or
course not.
anything. Just
But he was very much involved. It wasn't like he
Oh,
was,
yeah.
he was very much there the whole
he
time.
was cast.
Who was he playing?
He was in the ensemble, but I can't remember, whether he was his dentist or his whatever.
Sure.
But I remember he introduced Frank at the very beginning, and he's on the recording.
Yeah.
When the great alumni,
Yeah.
Frank Shepard. and,
Yeah.
Great guy, and he was very kind and friendly to me. And
Yeah.
he also possibly still plays the piano.
Oh wow.
And and I still am a huge fan of Keith Jarrett, who's one of my favorite artists at the piano,
Very cool.
and who's an improvisatory genius, just
Yeah.
hard to describe.
Yeah.
And he had a piano teacher, and he would go, I guess, once a week, but it would be in that vein, just kind of playing what you hear.
Oh, cool.
And it wasn't, we're going to play Haydn today, and next week it's Chopin. And so we would talk about that, and I thought that was really
Yeah,
cool.
that's very
we
cool.
shared that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
My then lady friend, who had been my girlfriend for a year,
Yeah.
said that the day after Merrily, "I'm pregnant." And I went,
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah.
So-
okay, I'll make sure to ask you about
Yeah,
that because
so-
that's a scary thing.
So we got married during the second week of the run.
Oh my gosh.
And Giancarlo, that day, around that time, it's such a tender, beautiful memory. He said, "Jim, I have a piano lesson today." And he says, "I'm dedicating whatever I play to you and Janie." And it's just like,
Oh.
it's like his prayer for us. It's just
Yeah.
like the guy was so evolved, and if I was 26, he was like 22.
Wow. That's really
Yeah,
sweet.
I think he was in like Seesaw or the Me Nobody Knows. He was in a show on Broadway as he
Wow.
was a successful child actor. No.
And it really wasn't that much later until he did Do the Right Thing.
Yeah.
I think it was within the next, I think, 5 years or so.
Yeah, it was very soon after.
He did Do the Right Thing. So Merrily, rehearsals, did you feel any type, I mean, I guess you guys were just overjoyed to be there, right?
Gosh.
I mean, that's what...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about the rehearsal process and what it was like.
I wish I remembered more specifics. I remember the first day was exciting because how Prince did that talk directors do, and then the designer comes forward with this little miniature set and your crowd around it, and here's the costumes, and and we read through the show, and Steve and Sondheim sat at the piano and sang the score, and people, if they kind of knew the song already, would sing along, but Steve played and sang the song,
the entire thing, and it was finished at that point.
For the most part. Franklin Shepherd Inc. wasn't. I don't think It's a Hit was in the show yet. And was there something else? There might have been something else.
Yeah.
But I think those two songs were not finished yet.
Okay.
And Hal liked to start staging right away. Top show. Just get it on its feet.
How cool is that? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So whether we did that after lunch, it's very possible.
Yeah.
We did the meeting, the design, read through, then 1 o'clock. We had lunch to 2 o'clock. We came back, and
wow.
I'll bet that's how it happened.
From what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, like from everyone who's spoken to us about Hal and what I've read about him, is that he was this intense presence, and he was very much a leader. Yeah. And I think that's a big part of what made him a great director too. Is he was Mr. Leader, and he was very fast too. From what
he was fast, and he was, what's the word? I hate to say happy, but he was excited about it.
Oh yeah, they both were. It seemed.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but Hal was a lot more demonstrative with his excitement and passion for it, and I think Steve was a little more guarded and just brilliant beyond words. But Hal was. It was fun. I think he was like a kid. He couldn't wait to start staging it. That's the way I remember it.
Gosh, that's so exciting. That's so cool.
And we just did it, and of course, mind you, I'm rehearsing the ensemble and Jerome.
Yeah.
I didn't rehearse as Frank.
Were you even covering him?
No, I wasn't the cover.
Wow.
David Cady was the.
Oh, interesting.
David, I think his name was David Margolis then. But it's David Cady now.
Yeah.
Terrific guy.
So can you talk to me about, in the documentary, we keep referencing the documentary. For those who don't know, it's called The Best Worst Thing That Ever Could Have Happened. Came out in 2016, and it is unbelievably beautiful and so meta and really, really well done. Really well done. One of my favorite documentaries ever. And in the documentary, there's the night at Lonnie Price's house. Was that during rehearsals?
I know. I believe it was before rehearsals. Yeah, because his birthday is March 9th. So it was March, let's say, 9th of 1981. I wasn't there.
Oh, really?
I was in Scrambled Feet. Yeah, I couldn't go.
Wow. So you must have heard about it and got major FOMO.
Yeah, I did. They had other things that I couldn't go to because I was working, and I was proud and happy.
So, did you guys all do like a meet and greet beforehand? How did they all know each other then?
Dave
through those readings, probably.
But those were before the auditions.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, they were. They were before the auditions.
Yeah.
Dave Shine, who was in the ensemble, created the Merrily Press. It was a little newsletter. And with updates about what this person is doing, what that person's doing. And Ann Morrison had Annie's Kitchen Corner or something where she had a recipe every week.
Oh, that's really sweet.
So Dave Shine I guess they mailed them out because we didn't have computers then.
Sure. Wow, that's so cool.
We didn't have the internet.
But it was an effort to get you guys to be together.
And they had parties or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Like for Lonnie's birthday.
Yeah.
When Steve played Good Thing Going,
and
Lonnie may or may not have pressed record.
Yeah, that was so cool. Oh,
it's
so
in
cool.
the documentary.
It's in the doc. It's one of my favorite parts. So you guys move into the theater. Are you feeling any type of? So there's this. when Michelle, we actually didn't get to do this when Michelle Palk was on the podcast, but I've known her for a while and she's spoken to us about it, and I would love to have her back on to talk about it. But with Bounce, when she did Bounce with Hal and Steve, she talked a lot about how you're watching a lot of really brilliant people who weren't on the same page about a lot of things. And funny enough, when you read, was it in the book, in Finishing the Hat, it's Steve talks about it, was it Allegro or Pipe Dream?
R&H.
It's Allegro.
It
It was Allegro, where he said it was a similar thing.
on it,
He
yeah.
interned on Allegro, and he was saying that a very similar thing, where you're watching these giants, but they're not quite on the same page about what they all... Did you feel any of that with Merrily?
I don't remember feeling that.
Wow.
No.
And you, like, what did you guys think of the show itself?
I thought it was a great show.
Yeah.
But it's hard to be objective when you're in it.
Yeah, sure.
You kind of have to like the show you're in. Even if you don't, you have
Right.
to find something about it. But I liked it. And it was a whirlwind, of course, for me.
Yeah.
Huge that we were in the, second week of previews when I got the nod to go on to learn the role of Frank and then go on. And then we'll see
Was
what
there
happens.
anything that preceded that it gave you an instant of, like, maybe this might happen? No.
No.
Wow.
No.
And so, we'll tell the story. So, essentially, you said James Weisenbeck was the original Frank.
Correct.
Originally cast, rehearsed the whole show as Frank.
Yeah.
Did the first 2 weeks of previews. What happened? Why was he let go like that?
Boy, it's hard for me to know exactly why.
Right.
But the show was not people were walking out
Yeah.
with the audiences.
And why do you think that was even?
And they didn't like it.
Yeah.
They didn't get it. They didn't. I think we all kind of looked not the same, but we were all roughly the same age, from 20
Sure.
to 25-ish.
And you're all wearing those T-shirts.
Well, that's what we ended up in, but it started with a different costume plot.
Oh.
We wore real clothes
Oh.
that changed from scene to scene and got more like, I remember Giancarlo in one of those scenes, he wore like a Nehru collar and a medallion, like it was the 60s.
Yeah.
And
So-
maybe it wasn't him. Maybe it was another
And you're
actor.
doing this is in early previews.
Early previews. Yeah,
And
we
so
had.
then what was the inspiration to change it to just the T-shirts then?
That's I believe they felt that we were getting lost in those costumes and it looked like we were playing dress up, and we didn't look like kids, or it just didn't fit somehow. This is my speculation.
Yeah.
And how whomever came up with the idea of T-shirts to make it look like we were kids, high school kids, college kids.
Was Steve there every night and George?
I don't know if they saw a performance. I doubt they saw every performance.
Yeah.
But they would come to rehearsals.
Yeah.
More often than not, to my recollection.
Right. And are they like? Is the energy frantic? I mean, people are walking out every show. Do
Oh
they feel-
yeah, people. Yeah.
And I'm saying like the town is talking negatively about the show. What are they thinking to do to adjust it? Like how are you guys feeling the adjustments? Are you getting new pages? New
Oh
songs,
yeah,
all that
every
stuff?
day. Oh yeah. That's why previews were extended by 1 or 2 weeks because we were rehearsing through
through the
it
day and
all.
then doing the show at
new
night.
material.
Yeah.
Sometimes we'd rehearse a new scene with
Yeah.
cuts or whatever, and they say, okay, now this is for tomorrow night. Tonight you do what you've been doing.
Yeah.
And then we'll go over this new one again tomorrow afternoon, and then tomorrow night you'll do it. So you kind of had, Lonnie always joked that we had 2 stagings of old friends in our heads, Annie, Lonnie, and me.
Yeah.
And that at one performance, I don't remember, he said we didn't know which was which, and we just kind of stood on stage and looked at each other and laughed.
What do you remember about getting the call that you were going to replace James?
It wasn't a call. Hal told me in person.
Oh.
It was, I was told Hal wanted to talk to me one day during previews, rehearsals.
Yeah.
Sure enough, 20 minutes later, Jim, Hal wants to talk to you downstairs. Okay. I didn't know I had no idea. In fact, I thought, Jim, don't think this. I thought I was going to be fired.
Right.
Because things were changing. And it was the day Ron Field told me that he was leaving. So was he
Why was
fired?
he leaving?
Well, I would just say artistic differences.
Okay.
That's my best guess.
Yeah. Wow.
And then Hal talked to me and told me that the producers wanted to make some changes in the show because they feel it could be better. And one of the changes is they wanted to see someone else on in the role of Frank. And still I'm going, okay. Is Kevin
What does
Kline
this have to do
available?
with me?
Yeah, no, I
Is Kevin
remember
Kline
thinking
available?
that during the meeting. Is Kevin? You need a star.
Like, yeah, do you need my head? Is there anything I can do? You want a coffee, maybe?
Can I get you something?
Yeah.
A donut.
Yeah.
And then he said, you were named as the guy to learn the part. And
So were you named by him or by the producers?
I really don't know.
Wow.
I think he was a co-producer.
Yeah.
And so it was probably him and Lord Lou Grade or whomever else.
Yeah.
I think that I appeared to be more polished
Sure.
and experienced in a way.
Yeah.
Because I not that James couldn't dance, but I was more of a dancer and I really
Sure.
sang out. I was like hammy and they knew I played the piano,
Yeah.
which is a big Frank thing.
Yeah.
Usually, and I
I didn't even. Yeah, I didn't.
and I
even put
played.
two
As a
together,
matter of
too.
fact, I boast that I play on the recording. That's me playing Good Thing Going and the stuff in Opening Doors. Wow. The audition for Joe Josephson.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. They said I could play it but not get the credit or because I wasn't in the union.
Oh.
At that point. I'd been in and out of the musicians union, but
Sure.
after going in and out of it, I just said, I'm just out of it. I'll play, but
Yeah.
And so I
That's
said,
what
I don't
you-
care about the credit.
Yeah.
I just want to play it.
Yeah, right, of course. So did you, they're letting Jim go from the entire production. They're not like it's, right? Or did he get like bumped down?
Well, what I understood was after they gave me 2 shots at it, 2 performances.
And they just thrust you in? Like you're going in like Hal speaks to you, and then how far after did you?
Oh, then I was rehearsing this and that with Lonnie and Annie, I'm sure. And then I believe I had some sort of a put-in rehearsal.
Sure.
And I went on for the first time, and it went extremely well considering the circumstances.
Yeah. Were you frantic? I mean, going over this, or did you feel comfortable?
I was probably frantic, but after Wagon Wheel and in college and learning shows quickly, Wagon Wheel was 2 week stock. So you had to learn a role in 10 days. So to learn one in 5 days, and it's a show that I was in and I'd heard it, I kind of knew the songs already.
Yeah.
And I'm a quick study. I just...
Who's going on for him in that 5 day period?
Oh, he was going on.
He was going on knowing that he was being terminated?
He didn't know he was being terminated.
And you all did? Or
No, nobody knew until I went on. So let's say Monday night we all show up and do a show, and he knows that I'm learning the role.
Yeah.
And that by the weekend it might be mine or it might not be mine. So we did that first 4 days.
So it was really just a test then for you.
Yeah. It was an audition.
Okay. And so but you were guaranteed performances at the end of your rehearsal period?
I was guaranteed performances.
As Frank, or no?
I was guaranteed 2 performances.
Okay.
And Hal said, and after that, we'll make a decision. You would either go back to Jerome, or stay Jerome, or you would be Frank. I
Win-win.
said, okay, yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
And I understood that they offered James after I had received the role.
Yeah.
That they said he could be in the show, either swap parts with me or play some other part in the show.
Oh.
And stay or not. And I think he chose to walk away. Which I get. I mean, I can't imagine what he must have felt.
Yeah.
I just cannot imagine.
Did you feel, and like, pardon me for this question in a way, but like, did you feel any, I remember when I was a cover for someone and they wound up getting COVID and I went on for them and there was some guilt.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Did you feel any of
Elbi,
that?
huge.
Okay. Yeah.
But I wasn't Eve Harrington. I had no idea.
Of course not. It's not like you had a hand in it.
No.
Yeah.
But
But inevitably, especially as an actor, knowing another actor is being let go, there's an inevitable sense of like...
Yeah, and he was my friend,
Yeah.
he was in the show.
Yeah.
And we had a couple of little scenes together.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
He was a great guy.
Yeah,
And so
yeah.
it was, ugh. But
Yeah.
we didn't get the chance, or I didn't make the opportunity to sit down and talk to James really openly.
Yeah. Did you ever get to?
No, never
Wow.
did.
Wow.
And I'm a dream journalist. I write my dreams down more often than not. And I had dreams about him. Just terrible dreams that I would see him in a social situation and I'd go, oh. But not like, ooh,
No,
just like,
just-
oh, should I hide?
Yeah.
Or should I? And then finally, after, I don't know, months of these dreams, I remember the dream clearly. I'm walking on a street in New York, and I hear rat-a-tat of people working on the street, construction workers.
Yeah.
And I look over this big bulldozer, and on top of it is James wearing a hard hat. And he's, wow. And I thought, oh, just walk away. And I went, no, I have to face him.
Yeah.
And I turned and I looked at him, and he looked at me. Oh,
Yeah.
makes me want to cry. He got off of the tractor and took his hat off and came to me, and we looked at each other and then embraced, and both of us started weeping. That was the dream.
Wow.
It's still an emotional dream. to me.
Gosh.
Meaning I was processing things in my unconscious. This was before I went into therapy. God bless therapy.
Yeah.
But
But did you walk away from that dream feeling better about the situation?
yeah, as I recall, I didn't dream of him after
Yeah.
that.
Wow.
Meaning I had to grieve with him.
Yeah.
Because it was not only his loss. The show only ran 2 weeks. In many ways, it was a failure for me.
Sure.
Or I felt I had let the show down. Why didn't we run for 6 months? Aren't I supposed to do something? I was brought in.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But not
Yeah.
to be the case.
Yeah.
But,
Crazy.
yeah.
Crazy.
I'll
So-
see him one day. I'll bet I'll see him one day.
Yeah. Right. I'm surprised that you haven't yet.
Yeah, me too.
It's pretty funny. So you're now Frank. You're doing the show, and talk to me about how things started going as you ended the preview process, started to get into opening. Did you guys start to feel better about it? Were people walking out less? Was it was it on the up and up or?
Yes.
Yeah.
All of those things.
Okay.
The show was getting better. I remember the set had a revolve,
Oh, cool.
And there were bleachers. And Act 2 started with, it was before It's a Hit scene, and Lonnie and Annie and maybe Jason, I can't remember, and Sally Klein, Beth. We were under the bleachers and we could peek through and see the audience.
Oh, cool.
And one night, previews, toward the end of previews, one of them, maybe Annie, went, oh my God, there are people in the mezzanine. Because they would almost
at
all
intermission.
leave, and the ones who wanted to stay would come down and
Come
sit
down.
in the orchestra. So after a while, the orchestra was filled, and there were people in the mezzanine.
People are staying.
And then slowly, more people in the mezzanine.
Okay, good.
More people in the mezzanine.
Yeah.
So we were climbing out.
And you felt more confident about it in general. I imagine Hal did too.
I think so. That's
Yeah.
the way I remember it.
Yeah. How involved was Steven in all this too, in terms of changing songs? Like, I mean, like, if you guys are changing, it just sounds so stressful.
Oh,
It
yeah.
just seems like you caught him at their peak
Right.
of what they were doing.
Yeah.
And they're doing their most unsuccessful thing they've
Right.
done.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it feels in a way like you're trying to hold on, for them at least, trying to hold on to that success because this looks like it really might not pan
About
out.
a show that's about that.
About
Yeah, it's so meta.
It's so
isn't
yeah,
it?
it's strangely meta.
Well, I'm sure Steve was working his tail off.
yeah.
And, well, I think it's even in Lonnie's documentary, Best Worst Thing, that he said, Sondheim said that Merrily was one of his favorite experiences, or the preview period was what he always imagined it would be like, running around like chickens, sliding notes under the door. I'm misquoting him.
Yeah.
But, you work on that. I'm going to go down the hall and rewrite that lyric.
Right.
Where's that new scene? Okay, wait. I think it was that.
Yeah.
Just really fast working.
Yeah. And you guys are just kind of the product there, and like
Yeah,
sitting there
whatever
like, oh,
you
good,
want
yeah,
to.
hey,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
sure.
Yeah, whatever they wanted. We were kids. We loved them, and not just their work, but they were really kind to us.
Yeah. So the show opens, and you guys get skewered in the reviews. And tell me about what that.
Oh,
energy
thanks.
was
I
like.
haven't read them yet.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've not read them either. I only know because of the doc. It's not. I'm like, so we've been to a couple opening nights, and even to this day, when the reviews come in and the reviews are not pretty, everyone leaves.
Yeah.
And when the reviews are pretty, the party goes an extra hour.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, our party shut down.
Sure.
At the plaza.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Was there anybody there? Was there anybody like surprising that you were like shocked at the opening night? Yeah.
In the audience? Or
Yeah.
Like at the party or.
Well, my parents and my older sister Joan, who has been mentioned, were there as my guests.
Were all the like, was Bernadette there and all like the like,
I don't remember.
Sure.
No, you know what? She wasn't a Sondheim person yet.
oh well, right,
Oh, my
duh,
God.
of course,
No,
of
because
course.
she.
Yeah, of course.
Look who's calling me.
Faith Prince. He's getting
I
a call from Faith
saw
Prince.
Boop last night. We're
Oh,
college
did you?
buddies.
She's great in that
Yeah.
show. She's great. Do you want us to hold? You can pick it up.
No. I'll,
sure?
I'll text her.
Okay.
On our next break. The reviews were really bad, and but already by that point, after Perfectly Frank, I wasn't reading reviews. I thought, we're going to open. I know I'm going to be whatever. I'm going to be singled out, good or bad, or both.
Yeah.
So I didn't read them, but I knew.
You heard.
Oh
yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Because you guys were so close, how did it affect you guys as a team? Those types of reviews, going back into the show the next day or whatnot.
I remembered as being pretty depressing. But there was also, we're going to fight for this.
Yeah.
From Hal and Steve, especially Hal.
Oh, really?
We're gonna
Overcome it.
Yeah, we have these ideas, some sort of TV thing that he was planning. I don't remember what it was. And I remember once we all began sitting on the bleachers in our robes because we did the Hills of Tomorrow back then. That's how it opened. It wasn't that frank.
Yes.
It was, and Hal said we were asked to get to our places 5 minutes early, so we did. Didn't know why. As Hal said, I have a friend who saw the show last night, and he raved about it, and he wanted to come out here and tell you. And out walked Warren Beatty.
Oh my goodness.
And he, again, it's emotional to me. He just raved about the show and said, "You kids are so talented and so great, and the message you're passing on is so profound."
Wow. See, and this is the thing about the show, right? Is that, and this is the thing about, when we talk about, and we'll get there, the new revival and everything, is that the show's heart existed before the show. And to be quite frank with you, to be quite frank. Thank you. That's why I host podcasts.
Yeah.
So the show, even structurally, and what they were attempting to do is not that far off from what it became.
Yeah.
Right. So there were plenty of people who liked it. It's just funny because I and we'll talk more about this. Like, I remember being in a hallway last year or 2 years ago, and people being like, "Yeah, I heard they turned this, this flop on its head, and it's, Merrily, it's 2023 Merrily is, now this, big hit, and they just turned it on its head. They really made it into something that works." And I was like, well, it was always something that worked. It's not that it was just something that some people didn't like, and some people felt it was, but the intention of it, it's still really clearly a very thick show with a lot to say.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great idea.
Yeah, and the backwards thing. I mean, there's plenty of it that really, really resonates. It's just maybe there were certain things that they
tweaked and changed, and a couple of new songs, and an older cast. They wanted unpolished kids.
But it wasn't like a show that's what I mean. I think to say that it's a show that doesn't work is not true. It's just a show that didn't work in that time, the way that it was.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely.
So you guys did how many performances before you wound up closing?
Well, after we opened, we did 16. 8 times 2. Yeah. 16.
Yeah. And talk to me about you just mentioned that you got word that your girlfriend was pregnant.
I got word, stage manager told me.
Yes, so stage.
Well, that's on some personal side.
Yeah, my bad.
I got, this, and Janie, she was my girlfriend for a year. A lot of people went, because she was also in the show. She was a female swing.
Oh, I didn't realize
and
that.
so people thought, you guys met.
Doing Merrily.
Then No.
How perfect that you guys booked a show together.
Well, actually, yeah, I booked it, and then Jill Cook, who assisted Ron Field and was a swing, I believe,
Yeah.
she left because she booked a tour of Day in Hollywood, a Night in the Ukraine, I believe.
Yeah.
And so they needed to replace Jill. Janie, I said, hey. So she auditioned, and I played piano for her at the audition, which maybe helped them go, oh, he does play the piano, doesn't he?
How cool.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
And so she joined during the rehearsal period.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got married, 3 days before we closed at City Hall.
God bless you. That's sick.
Yeah, isn't that
That's
crazy?
So cool. That must be one of the most whirlwind crazy years
Yeah,
of
it
your
was
life.
nuts. Yeah, I think it was a Thursday. And then we did the show that night, and then the scene before our time, on the rooftop.
Mm-hmm.
Frank and Charlie, one of Charlie's lines is, "You ever think about getting married?" And Frank says, "No. Maybe when I'm older."
Yeah.
And Charlie says, "Yeah, me too."
Yeah.
I love those lines. They're
Yeah.
like these young guys. You ever think about? Nah.
Yeah.
And
Right.
That's so interesting too, because they always say the beginning didn't work, but I'm like, the end.
Oh.
That last song must have.
Oh yeah, a lot of people. If you were on board, you're right. If you're on board, that song.
You do not walk out of that show with that song, with the way that show ends, and are like, yeah. No, like you. That is still a
Especially with you guys
fantastic.
being kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys,
That
Yeah.
must have been.
You're exactly. I think you're right.
Yeah. It's very.
When we
yeah.
saw a recording, we saw a dingy recording.
Oh
Well, the
yeah,
bootleg. Yeah.
yeah, it's on YouTube.
Yeah. But it's just funny because it's still. All of this to say, I just think that the show in its rawest form and its original form still holds a lot of punch. It still held a lot of punch, and I think
Sure.
that people just didn't give it a chance, and that's
Yeah.
that's a lesson in and of itself.
Look, I saw Boop last night, yesterday afternoon, and a lot of color, a lot of sets, bouncing ball over the
Yep.
lyrics, tap
Yes, we saw that
dancing,
too.
and good dancers.
Yeah.
We were not that. We
No.
were like young, scrappy character actors.
Against the grain. In a way.
Yeah, that's what Hal and George
Yeah.
he wanted. That's what they wrote.
Yeah.
And I think that was partly why it didn't
Yeah.
work, is audiences didn't want to pay $40 or whatever it was back then, maybe 60. I
Yeah.
can never remember, but it wasn't any more than that.
Oh my gosh.
That was the top. Ooh, you
my
paid
God.
$60 for that?
Yeah. Let's just say the revival was not that.
No,
Oh, yeah.
no, it was not.
So the show opens. You get married. You find out you're having a kid. I mean.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
It was
is
crazy life.
Yeah. Okay, so when did you guys find out that the show was closing? How soon before it actually closed?
I think a week before.
Wow.
It wasn't like we opened and they put the notice up. I think they had. Generally, you wait until half hour of the first day of a work week.
Okay.
So they waited till Monday. I think we did Monday through Saturday.
Yeah.
So let's say Monday
Mm-hmm.
would have been November 23rd.
Yeah.
The notice is up. We're closing.
Yeah. It's funny how I think they talked about this in the documentary, Steve, and there's also this betrayal in a way, because you feel a feeling of betrayal, because for them especially, I imagine, because they are veterans, they are, they just produced this massive hit that's still running, I think.
I believe it was.
Yeah, and so it's like, and then everyone turns their back and doesn't even give us a shot. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like,
It's possible Sweeney had closed by then. Because did it run 2.5 years?
maybe. I don't know. Yeah, look it up. Let
You
us
look
know.
it up. I'll bet it was closer to 1.5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
But still, it was
brilliant.
it was still a sensation in its own right.
Absolutely.
Um,
I'm sure they felt betrayed or angry at the snarky public, because they really trash talked it out there. And this is, again, before the internet.
Yeah, well, I think that what were we
June 29th,
June
1980.
1980.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was
So
closed already. By
it
then.
only ran a year and 2 months.
So I guess kind of because that's a risky show too, obviously.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
another. Yeah.
They were kind of used to it a little bit, like.
But it's not in the same way. I mean,
It won
Sweeney
Best
was.
Musical.
I was gonna say Sweeney won Best Musical. Sweeney was a big hit. But I feel that way to this day about trash talking shows. It even if you see a show that you don't like, I mean, it happens obviously to the level of because of social media and whatnot. But I really don't believe in trash talking shows. It's okay to not like a show, but I especially if you're working in the industry, I think going around and like, oh, well, this one, oh my gosh, the number, and that's happening a lot. I see it happen a lot,
Sure.
a lot still.
Well, I think this is my opinion that we human beings have a way of lifting people up to a pedestal
Sure,
and then tearing them down. We like to do both.
sure.
All of us to some degree. You know, we elect a person president, and then 3, 5, 10 months later, it's just they're the worst president. I'm sorry I voted. I don't mean to be bringing present day politics, but we do it all the time. It's part of regeneration and rebirth, and it's what the soil does every year. It dies and then comes back. I don't know. I think that Hal and Steve and George were picked on because they had been so successful.
Because they were successful.
Yeah.
That's an interesting point. Yeah, and I think too, you know, because it's the more you start to like work in the industry, you start to realize how teeny tiny it is, and everyone knows each other. And I think that there's this like I just think that there's a little bit more compassion than maybe, you know.
Yeah, and to that I'll add, I'm not sure how much the trash talk is what closed it. Because a lot of people didn't like it.
Sure.
And so whether they were out there being really nasty, they probably weren't. They were just saying, I didn't get it, I didn't like it. No, I wouldn't go see it.
Yeah.
I've done the same thing to people that I know. It's like, you've got to see, you know, John Proctor is the villain. You got to see it. Yeah. And the other shows, I go, well, I liked it. It didn't really ring my bell.
Right.
But that's me trash talking. But I'm not saying, oh, I hated it. Those actors didn't know it. That's what we think. People are going, oh, I hated it.
Yeah. Well, you see things. I think it's more so. It's become aggrandized now because of social media, because you're able to hide behind it. Yeah. I see things on social media that I would never ever think. You would see things and you're like, you know, there are people working on this show. There are people who are.
It seemed like they wanted it to be bad. This was
right.
This is what Sondheim was saying. It seemed like they were looking like hopefully he can get one.
Exactly. Well, to your point. Yeah.
Well, he said that. I'm still trying to understand it. He said they hated us because we were mavericks who were successful. Mm-hmm. Because he and Hal were, and Steve especially.
Yeah.
Every show.
Right.
I maybe. Do I Hear a Waltz wasn't,
maybe
that wasn't like, oh my God, they took Time of the Cuckoo and what? No. Yeah. But every show he did, look at West Side, Gypsy.
Right.
And Forum was, you know, different.
Yeah.
The early shows.
Sure.
Through to Here We Are, which I loved.
I loved
But
it
they
too.
were mavericks, but they were millionaires. They were very successful.
Yeah.
And I guess if you're an artist, you're supposed to starve. People have that
sure mentality.
At that level of artiste, like we can live with someone who's doing like Andrew Lloyd Webber. It's more commercial. It's like, well, but that's what it's made for.
Yeah.
The fact that they're getting the success and that's not what they're doing it for.
Right. Yeah. There's something about that. Yeah. And even to your, I mean, they always say it's like someone wrote this about Here We Are. Actually, is that. Maybe I forgot where I read it, but it was like Here We Are comes out, mixed reviews. It wasn't beloved, you know, but mixed reviews. We loved it. Saw it 3 times.
You did? I wish I had.
3 times. Oh God,
I rented it.
Brilliant.
Have you seen the movies they're based on?
No,
highly recommend
I really want.
Yeah,
I really
The
want.
Discreet Charm of the Bourgeoisie and Exterminating Angel. You can watch each one for $3 or $4.
Yeah.
And with subtitles, of course.
Sure.
I want to watch them again because
Really?
I just listened to the cast recording again
which is also
yesterday.
beautiful, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, stunning. Especially for someone who's in his 90s writing this, it's like
probably the most impressive thing I've ever.
It's
musical theater.
but harmonically, he's always been harmonically beyond me, and I try to learn from him. But wow.
Yeah. But so they're talking about the show, and I remember people saying it's okay. People maybe don't like it now. Give it 30 years.
Well,
You know?
yeah, I agree. That's what I thought when we did it, when we closed.
Right.
As a matter of fact, they said first, RCA is not going to do the cast album. This is what we heard during our second week of the run.
Jeez.
And then we heard, no, they are going to do it.
Oh.
And I thought, okay, that's it. We're in good because the score is brilliant.
Yeah.
And we sing it out, and it's going to be great. And sure enough, I think that's partly why it's had an afterlife.
Another
Imagine if there wasn't a recording.
Yeah, no, I can't even imagine. No. So talk to me about the recording, because I've heard you say before that is something probably that you're the proudest of when it comes to that show.
Yeah, because the score is just so resonant and beautiful and funny and sad and clever.
Yeah.
And tuneful.
Yeah.
It has it all. It's a classic Broadway gem.
It is, and that overture is obviously iconic and one of the most beautiful things.
Just great songs.
Talk to me about the subsequent productions of Merrily. Did you feel like that was something that, and do you still feel like that's something that you want to put away, or do you feel like it's something that you've learned to embrace when it comes to them bringing it to London and then it coming back to New York in the 90s and this current revival and whatnot?
I'm always thrilled that there are productions for Merrily, because I believe it's good. I believe it's very good. It's my kind of theater.
Yeah, me too.
Sondheim is in general, and yes, Firth. I love Company.
Yep, me too.
But I'm not thinking, ooh, I wonder if I could be in it. No, I don't.
No. But did you go see those? I know you saw the revival, the current revival. But did you see the '90s production?
The one at the York?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I was out of the country doing.
Oh, okay.
I was doing Crazy for You in Toronto.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Malcolm Guest.
But it wasn't something that you were putting away.
No, it wasn't like I don't ever want to do that.
Yeah.
Although, a couple of weeks ago, what's the fellow's name? Oh, you wouldn't know. Todd Smith, I think. Yeah, he has a daughter who's in college somewhere. I think in upstate New York, and they said they're doing Merrily in the fall. And
very cool.
Would I want to direct it?
Oh.
And I thought about it only for about a minute and went, no.
How come?
Well, I'm not a director.
Okay.
I mean, I have.
Sure.
But that show too, it's a great show, but that's not the show I should direct.
Do you like this version? Consider the version that they wound up settling on. That's we should say this because this is a big, I think, distinction, and we talked about this with Michelle because Michelle was in that production at the York. She was Gussie, and that production and the London production was the set. That is the set production. So they didn't rewrite anything for the 2023 revival.
No, it's been there for a long time.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Do you feel that version is the stronger version?
It's hard for me to be objective about it.
Yeah.
In part, I miss The Hills of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the book ending.
Mm-hmm.
But they bookended this production.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
That he comes out, they're singing the opening number, and he's kind of in a dream state, just alone. I thought that was really brave.
Yeah.
Of them to do that.
Yeah.
And it said it's about Frank looking back. Okay, that helps.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the song That Frank.
Yeah.
But it's hard. It's just hard for me to know if it's better or worse.
Yeah.
I guess it's better because the show's working. And growing up is, I like the song.
Yeah.
Although to be perfectly frank, that scene for me seems long and not active.
Sure.
It just goes on.
Sure.
But it's a great song, and
a great
Jonathan sang it beautifully, tenderly, and so it's hard for me to be fairly judgmental.
Yeah.
It's practically a different character.
In certain respects.
Yeah.
Like a different character.
In certain respects.
And we didn't have that when I did it.
Right.
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 And they were trying to make Frank be a little more sympathetic.
Yeah.
That he was thinking about his life and the choices. He didn't just do them without thinking.
Yeah.
And so it's a great moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Talk to me about the documentary. You get how did it come about? How were you asked to be a part of it? What was the I guess how did it start?
We did the reunion concert.
Yes.
I don't know if you know about that.
In 2002, right?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
September 30th.
Oh, nice.
I remember the date just because, big, huge night, successful night for us. The audience went wild for us and the score. And so it was like, it only took 21 years, but we are ahead.
Yeah.
We who were in it they like us singing these songs.
Right,
You know, it was a big moment. And Lonnie Price has said that doing that reunion concert was eye-opening because in the 21 years since, he and I became old friends, and we're dear friends.
Yep.
So we were old friends in 2002 already, and with Annie Morrison and Liz Calloway and Abby Pogrom and Daisy Prince, et cetera, et cetera. So he thought, maybe there'd be something, a documentary about the meta aspect of that musical, and then about what destiny and how some people get good breaks, some people don't get good breaks, what happened to so-and-so, and what do you regret about, also almost like a midlife thing. What do you regret from those days, your young days?
Right.
So I think that it's Lonnie's baby. It's all Lonnie.
Yeah. Yeah. And I thought it was absolutely beautiful. It's one of my favorite.
Yeah, if your viewers haven't seen it, you can probably see it on
I forget. It was
Apple
streaming
or
on
Peacock
Netflix.
or
It was streaming on
Hulu.
Netflix for a moment. I don't know if it's still on there.
I
but
don't believe it is, but you can
But
just.
it's only a couple of dollars, even if it's on. If you don't, on Amazon, Apple. Or something
If you
that.
like
It's
the
fantastic.
theater, if you like Sondheim, if those two, well then you have to see it.
Yeah, right.
Because it's
and it's fascinating.
And I told Lonnie after I saw it, it was so moving. I told him, I said, Lonnie, that is the best production of Merrily I have ever seen. and it's true to me. Because he captured the ache. He captured this ache.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
And also ache, and also this this hope, like this longing, like this what felt like because of the youth, like that energy, like that that for longing for this thing, and and that it still exists. I don't know, like it wasn't like
it's a given. It's a part of being young. You just have these big dreams, and you throw yourself into them, and but then when they crash and burn like Merrily did, you have to take stock, and but I love the documentary, and so proud to be.
We love the show, and gosh, Merrily Roll Along.
Yeah.
And what I really hope comes out of this new revival, a bunch of stuff, but what I really hope is that a bunch of regionals start doing it.
Yeah.
And a bunch of, I don't know, colleges and high schools and all this other stuff. I do think it's
I think high schools and colleges have been doing it.
Yeah.
I think it's a favorite of a lot of young people.
Yeah, for sure. We
had Michelle's first.
I was gonna say that was the first show that when I went to Wagner, the first show that Michelle directed at Wagner ever before I got there was Merrily.
Ah, see,
Yeah.
And
Brad Oscar did it in '85, very shortly after at some. What did he say it was? I can't remember now, but it's like a summer theater or college. Yeah. So
wow,
it like
he's
very
a
very
super
shortly after.
talent and a very kind.
Funny.
God, funny.
Okay, so you mentioned, what was the Jason Alexander thing? What was the thing you were talking about there?
You told me a story about there's a line about his wife.
There's line. It's like after Bobby and Jackie and Jack, when Charlie and Frank meet again, Joe Josephson, the producer that they're trying to charm, and Charlie says Frank's getting married tonight. He's like, oh, that's nice, and a line or two later, Joe Josephson says to Frank, if she's not pregnant, you don't have to marry her. And Frank just goes. And Jason said, have a good wedding. With just a little polite tap on the arm, meaning that's how he knew how to play it realistically.
Yeah.
An older guy.
Yeah.
A seasoned New Yorker.
Yeah.
He knew, he wasn't an overact. He didn't overact even then.
No.
He was just comfortable in his skin. He seemed to be.
And he became the seasoned New Yorker.
Yeah, right. Seasoned New Yorker. Right.
And then,
right.
well, I'm a huge Seinfeld fan. And
he's the best.
I've seen them all over and over and over.
He has
and
a
over.
podcast as well, which is great. He had Dick Van Dyke on, which is one of my
my.
favorite things I've ever seen. Yeah. Okay, I want to ask you about shortly after 42nd Street. You were Billy.
Yeah.
And you did it in the national tour.
Correct.
And then did you do it on Broadway as well in
I
'84,
did.
right?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I ended up replacing Leroy Reams.
You replaced Leroy.
Because he left to replace in La Cage aux
In La
Folles,
Cage,
which was running, I think, at the Palace.
Yeah. But he never even got to, he told us.
No, because of that Black Monday or whatever they called it. It was a mini
Blackout?
crash. No, a financial crash.
Oh, wow.
In October of 88, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, and a lot of shows folded.
Interesting.
And so did Lacage. But by then I had signed a year contract to play Billy Lawler in the Broadway production of
42nd Street.
And it's like, sorry, Leroy, but I was really like 2 weeks
Yeah.
after I signed,
That happened.
or maybe a month.
Wow. Wow. So talk to me about 42nd Street. I think that once I read that, I was like, oh, he's a hoofer.
Well,
he's
yeah, the hoofing I don't want to say was easy.
Sure.
There were some challenges for that show. You probably played it.
I've not played it, but I know it.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
He's a tenor. He
Yes.
sings really high.
Yes.
Thank you, Leroy.
Yes.
And dances very showy. Thank you again, Leroy. And so I kind of had to step into that, to being a lot more demonstrative and it wasn't really in my nature. And so I had to find a way to unlock that.
Yeah. Interesting.
And I got better at it, but I did it off and on over a 6-year
Had you
period.
seen it before you did it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It
I
was
saw
a huge
it.
hit.
Yeah. I saw it at the Winter Garden when it opened in 1980.
Oh, very cool.
And then I auditioned, went to a callback, I booked it.
Yeah.
Then before I left to go to Chicago, I know I went to see it again.
Very cool.
Wherever it was, the Majestic, or
Yeah.
I think it went to the Winter Garden, Majestic, St. James.
Yes, I think so too. I think you're right about that.
And
if I remember correctly, yeah, I think you're right about that.
Yeah.
How long were you in it for?
In New York,
Yeah.
about a year and a half.
And how long was the tour before that?
Oh, I was out with a tour. I went to Chicago, basically opened the beginning of 1983, and then left summer of 84, so a year and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, it was 8. Yeah. And then went back for another year. I did a good
wow, you
3
did for a
years
while.
on the road,
Yeah.
maybe, off and on.
Talk to me about, after doing Merrily, did you feel like, I guess, what is not, how do I phrase this? I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, after Merrily closed, you went right back to hitting the pavement and auditioning.
I had to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were having a kid.
Yeah, and I didn't have any money,
Sure.
you know.
Yeah.
So...
So like 42nd Street is really a blessing to have.
Yeah, it was
that
great.
Was a
that
continued
was
job. Yeah.
Yeah,
Leroy
that-
mentioned that too because he was in it for so long.
Yeah, I'm sure. He did very well because he
Yeah.
did it it ran 9 years, so he did it for like 7.
Incredible. I didn't even realize that's kind
It
of
may
like
be 6.5, but long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Did you close it out?
I did. I closed it
Wow.
January of
It
1989.
was really only 2 Billies on Broadway.
Well, yeah, but James Brennan played it for a while. I think Leroy left
For
to
a
do
moment
this
in
or
between,
that,
yeah.
and Jimmy was his cover for a while.
Oh, very cool.
And
Very cool. Talk to me about the Follies concert that you did in the 80s where you played Young Buddy.
So cool.
Yeah.
It was August of 1985. I know it was 85.
Uh-huh.
No, it was early September. So it was like just 1 week.
Yeah.
And I was on tour with 42nd Street.
Oh, wow.
But it was handpicked by Stephen Sondheim. So it's like I got a letter from, I think, Thomas Shepard, the record producer, saying, we're doing this Follies and we're going to record it and PBS is going to film it and Steve has picked the cast. Yeah. And
you got out of 42nd Street to
yeah, I took my vacation.
Nice.
Yeah. I took my vacation to go to New York and work.
Oh my gosh.
And then went back to the tour.
Oh my gosh. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, there's so many. I think that's to the point of the idea that there's so many things that come out of something that you don't even realize, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Merrily is still.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much
You're
here.
still sitting here talking about it.
I'm probably here because of Merrily. If I hadn't been Merrily, Jim who,
Sure.
I
Did you have any relationship with Steve?
not really, not much of a personal relationship.
Sure.
I just great, humongous admiration for him and his
Yeah.
work, and I think he appreciated me.
Yeah.
He tossed me some compliments here and there along the way. Never mind to think, my high note.
Yeah, right. I mean,
know.
that's something that you carry with you.
Yeah.
That's something you wear right here.
Yeah, I remember during rehearsals early, when
Yeah.
I was still in the ensemble, we were singing maybe the opening number, and it was staged, and Paul Gemignani was saying, "You guys, you all need to sing out. You're not singing out." And I think it was either Steve or Paul said, "The only person I hear is Jim Walton." And I kind of went, "Thanks." I feel like, sorry, kids.
Yeah, right.
Because I always just
Went for
probably
it.
sang too loud.
Right.
Pretty
went
much.
for it. You
but
went for it.
I was the opposite,
Yeah.
people. But a lot of them were not really trained and experienced.
Sure.
I had trained, and
Right.
I knew how to belt it out.
Yeah. And you were a
but-
tenor.
I was a tenor,
Showing us
but I
those
remember
G's.
Sondheim saying, and he liked my singing voice. I know that. And
Yeah. Take it. I mean, who doesn't like your singing voice, Jim? We've been listening to your recordings and stuff, and you sound stunning.
Oh, yeah.
There's a bunch of stuff, and we'll be talking about "And the World Goes Round," which is like I think you
Yeah,
sound.
well,
we
my
were listening
voice
to it in the car
changed.
today.
In those 10 years,
Oh,
my
really?
voice teacher, Michael Ricciardoni, I'll talk to you about Michael,
Yeah.
changed my voice.
Oh,
doing
really?
this is 10
How?
years.
Yeah.
Um,
How?
well, in 1987, so this is 6 years after Merrily.
You're doing Stardust.
Very good. I did Stardust, earlier that year.
Uh-huh.
Then I was out of town doing a show, Lady Be Good, at Goodspeed.
Mm-hmm.
And Kathleen, maybe I'll get her name. Oh, gosh. It's a long time ago. I loved her voice.
Mm-hmm.
I said, you got a great voice. Who's your teacher? She said, Michael Ricciardoni. I went, And I hadn't really studied with a man, I realized. I'd studied with women
Yeah.
in college and after. And I thought, I need to sing with a man.
Sure.
I could imitate him more.
Yeah.
I hear what you're doing with the resonance.
Yeah.
Sure enough, from the very beginning, he said, "No, you're singing too loud." And what did I tell you? He said, "Take it easy. It's like talking. You gotta support and breathe, but you're improving yourself. No, you don't have to. Just take it easy."
Yeah.
And he's right about the mix. You can't lay it heavy downstairs and then expect that hootier sound up top.
Right,
So he
right.
expanded my range, and got the resonance out of my nose. If you listen to Merrily and you listen to World Goes Round, I'm much more nasal in Merrily.
Interesting.
And he just taught me how to place the resonance.
But in your training, you've been thinking about your voice since
Oh,
college
yeah,
and all this
sure.
stuff. Yeah.
A lot of it was by imitation.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
imitating.
it's nice to know though, because I'll tell you what you feel sometimes, like when you're an adult and singing, you feel like you're like, well, this is my voice. You know what I mean? And there's times where you don't want it to be your voice or you want something, but it's nice to know that you, in your adulthood, gained this facility.
Yeah, sure. So at age 32, I realized I knew I could be a better singer, and I would get tired, and
Yeah.
I still do.
Yeah.
But and sure enough, Michael really helped me, and he was my last voice teacher. Then about 15 to 20 years ago, those lyrical roles were not open to me as an older man. There just
Okay.
aren't really very many of them, if you think about it.
Yeah.
But if I had to get my chops back and he's still teaching, I would go back to him in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Very
Excellent.
interesting.
Michael Ricciardoni. Changed and he could play the piano, but still really listen to you and find what you could do a little better while he's playing something he's never seen
Wow.
before.
Yeah.
Very rare.
Oh, interesting. I love that. The reason why I asked about your relationship with Sondheim was because you've worked on so many of his projects. You've gotten the chance to do Sweeney and Company and, like I mentioned, Follies and obviously Merrily. So in 1989, you played Anthony in a revival of Sweeney Todd at Circle in the Square. That is so cool. And in Circle in the Square, too.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
great.
gosh.
It's where Just in Time is now.
Yeah. Which is great. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't
Oh, it's
yet.
great.
I
It's great. I mean,
gotta
obviously,
go see
we're,
younger
we're
Franks.
biased. We're biased because of Michelle, but she's
Oh, I'm
brilliant.
sure she's
She's
great.
brilliant. And Jonathan is too. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
well.
fantastic.
You better be.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I
Holding up a mantle.
I auditioned to play Anthony, and Susan Schulman directed, and I had worked with her in summer jobs here and there, a time or two. So she knew me,
Yeah.
which I think helped.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a great production. Teeny Todd, they called it, because it was a smaller cast.
Okay.
And 2 synthesizers was the orchestra.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
What a gig that must have been to play all that.
Yeah.
It's like now my flute patch, and now I'm the bassoon, and now,
Oh wow.
whoosh.
Wow. And that's the first revival of Sweeney.
Yeah, it was the first Broadway revival of Sweeney.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So talk to me a little bit about I guess and in talking about your voice, I mean Anthony vocally is a very, very specific role.
Yeah, it's really kind of high baritone if you think about it, because he doesn't even really have a G.
Oh really?
I think it was an F.
No,
It's.
only like an F. Yeah, it doesn't.
I think if some people, I think Chris Gronendahl, who replaced Victor Garber, I believe, I think he sang Joanna up a whole step. I think he sang it in F, not E flat.
Oh wow.
So I think he
Set that.
he was a real more a tenor than I. I could have done it, but we decided on the lower key, which I was pleased about, because we also didn't wear microphones.
Oh.
We had none of these back then. I mean, they had them,
But you just didn't for this production.
yeah, we had these boom mics, and if we had a moment where we really needed to be heard, Susan was smart, I believe, put us right under one of those mics.
Wow. What was the inspiration behind this production? Like in terms of like, was you know how like it's, I mean at least it seems like a lot of these like the one that happened in the bakery off Broadway and
Sure.
and the one that recently
John
just happened is
Doyle's
kind of like yes right.
Yeah.
I guess what was the thought process behind reviving it?
I think it was to do more of a concert piece, with
Okay.
it, which is smaller,
Yeah.
intimate, a little more about the human interactions rather than
Right.
industry in London in 18
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
50 or whenever that was.
Sure.
Less about society and more about revenge and lust and power.
Yeah,
and-
yeah.
Which is all in there.
Yeah, right. Of course. How long did that revival run?
I think it only ran around 9 months.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Very cool.
We opened, I think, in September of 89,
Yeah.
and it closed in like March, April of 1990.
Okay, gotcha. And tell me if this is right. So moving forward, I found this somewhere. I don't even know where, but were you in Closer Than Ever?
Yeah. It's so funny. But yeah, I went. Well, the short story is Sweeney closed.
Yeah.
And I felt it coming. As a matter of fact, I had this 1-day gig that I was offered, but I could only do it if I either. No, that wasn't it. No, basically I gave my notice.
Okay.
I gave a 2-month notice, I believe,
Oh wow.
and it ended up the day we closed was the day my notice hit.
Wow.
Meaning I guessed it right on the nose,
Wow.
and we were going to close. And then I was cast as Bobby and Company
Okay.
in a theater in New Jersey, the whole theater in, I have a block on the name of the town. It's right there. And I thought, oh, this is cool. I know the score. I
Right,
already know
right,
it.
of course,
I'm
yeah.
going to learn all the lines.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go in the first day. I'm going to know it, so I can just really play off everybody.
Yeah.
You know, not to swagger, but just to really
No,
play.
yeah, just to be able
really
to be
dig
free.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the night before the first rehearsal, we had answering machines back then at least. Got a message that said, Jim, just letting you know we're at the whole theater. The rehearsal tomorrow was canceled. And then they said, as a matter of fact, the whole production is canceled. The theater is going bankrupt.
Oh my goodness.
So here I was going to finally play Bobby.
Yeah.
Nope.
Wow.
And I remember being angry about that.
Yeah, of course.
At life and like,
Yeah.
I've been working so hard. I want to do this. I learned it.
Yeah.
And then I got an audition within a week for Closer Than Ever. And I said, by God, I'm going to go get that job.
Yeah.
I was so determined. I don't know if I was more determined to get a job.
Mm.
And I worked on the audition. I went. And I probably went to a callback, and I booked it. Took
Wow.
Brent Barrett, who was one of the originals in Closer Than Ever.
Yeah.
He left to do who knows what, probably a Broadway show.
Did you see it already? Did you know it already
Um,
going into it?
I'm not sure I had seen it yet.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll bet before my audition I went to go see it.
Closer Than Ever is this funny thing because it feels like it's gained every now and then. It just like comes back. It's one of those shows. I feel like I Love You, You're Perfect Now Change. Like these shows that kind of like people know about them, and it's kind of like an if you know thing, and then it becomes not just back in the zeitgeist. In a big way. So I feel like the song, what's it called, Miss Bird? Yeah, like I feel like that song has that song is why I know Closer Than Ever, because it's just done in schools, it's done in or people doing auditions, you know, it's one of those. Yeah. And it's really clever, really funny. And who did you? So you said you played the role.
The who?
What role did you say you played?
In Closer Than Ever?
Yeah.
Brent Barrett. Burt Berry is the character in 42nd Street.
Yes.
Is that what you said, Burt? Yes.
That's
That's you got the BB right.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Brent's part, he's saying, "What am I doing up on the roof?" And they all sang so many things.
Yeah.
But that was one of his big things. And Fathers of Fathers, some great songs.
Yeah, it is a really great score.
Well, I grew up a big Maltby and Shire fan from Starting Here, Starting Now.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So Closer Than Ever was kind of a Starting Here, Starting Now.
Yeah. Where it was like a review like that.
Yeah. And I loved Starting Here, Starting Now.
Very cool. I wanted to talk to you about And the World Goes Round. So you were in the original cast of And the World Goes Round.
That I was.
Okay. So I think it seems like it's funny, these reviews, they don't seem like they happen very often anymore. Like new reviews like And the World Goes Round, like Closer Than Ever, like Closer Than Ever isn't like a hodgepodge of their music. They wrote original stuff for it. But like we talked about these Cole Porter reviews and the Perfectly Frank, and like even Side by Side, like things like that where it's like I feel like they don't happen as often anymore. I mean, there's one happening right now, Stephen Sondheim's Old Friends. Yeah. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't yet.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
You all get out to the theater.
We see a bunch of it, and we've also never seen Bernadette live. That was our first time ever seeing Bernadette live.
I have.
And my goodness, it was like we were geeking out. I mean, we all were sobbing. It was beautiful.
She's so great.
Yeah. The whole production was really good. Gavin Lee, Beth Level. It was awesome. And really affordable, which is really nice. MTC.
That helps.
So, And the World Goes Round. So, yeah, my point being is that, like, so was this like one of those things that Kander and Ebb were doing, or was it something where a producer put together a bunch of Kander and Ebb stuff?
I think it was Scott Ellis who ended up directing, and Susan Stroman choreographed.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I think they had worked with John and Fred on Floor of the Red Menace.
Oh, okay.
Before, I think.
Okay.
Like a revival of it.
Yeah.
So they had a relationship
with
Kander and Ebb.
Yeah.
And they came up with this idea to do this review.
Yeah.
Montclair, New Jersey. That's
the town.
That's the town where the whole theater was.
Yeah.
I started calling it the In the Hole Theater. Olympia Dukakis ran it. Do you know that actress name? Yeah. Successful film and theater actor. But that's where we did. Was it? Yeah, it was, oddly enough. So something's not lining up here. Oh, no. You know what it was? I believe I did World Goes Round at the whole theater. Then it shut down for like 6 to 8 months.
Okay.
Then I was supposed to do... No, that's not right. I've got my dates screwed up.
Oh, that's all right.
But anyway, it's only 35 years ago. We did it out there, and the other man in the show was Brent Barrett.
Oh, wow.
But then he didn't do it when we did it off-Broadway because he was in Closer Than Ever.
Okay.
So Bob Cuccioli did it with Karen Mason, Karen Ziamba, and Brenda Presley.
Oh, cool.
We were the 5.
Nice.
Yeah.
How did you book that?
I auditioned.
Yeah. Wow. So, tell me about, did you know a lot of Kander and Ebb stuff? There's some stuff in there that, like The Rink. Unfortunately, they just announced licensing for The Rink last week.
Wow.
Yeah. You can now license The Rink according to, I think, Concord last week. But otherwise, I can't. I've always wanted to do research on The Rink, and I can't really find a whole lot. Yeah. But Marry Me, I know.
Sure.
So it's like things like that.
Great song.
Beautiful song.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I guess tell me about And the World Goes Round. How involved were Kander and Ebb?
They were there a lot. Yeah. They were, I remember at my if I had a callback, I probably had an audition and a callback. I remember they were there. They were so nice.
Yeah.
And John, I'm sure, still is extremely
The sweetest,
kind.
yeah.
And they would laugh at your choices, and they were just friendly.
Yeah.
A
How
lot
did
more.
they decide
accessible.
what songs were going in there? Do you know?
I don't know. Some were tried and tossed from.
Yeah. Was there any new stuff in there?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
think they wrote a song
Yeah.
to premiere in that.
Yeah.
If they did, it's possible, and I'm just
Sure.
not remembering.
There's you sang, I think, like the best songs in the score.
I sang great. So Sarah Lee.
Oh my gosh! Like I love "Marry Me," but then also sometimes a day goes by
Yeah.
is oh god,
Yeah.
that song is so beautiful.
It's
That song is
gorgeous.
so stunning.
Yeah.
Um,
And David Loud's arrangement of that. He was the musical director, I think vocal arranger, to have Bob Cuccioli sing "I Don't Remember You,"
yeah,
and then
yeah.
sometimes a day goes by.
So clever. Was there a narrative to that piece or no? Was it,
To the whole show?
yeah,
No,
no,
it wasn't. And then he wrote.
yeah.
Nope, it was
So, how was it received?
very well.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, World Goes Round was the one show that I opened in that
Mhm.
was received extremely well. It was really the biggest hit I opened in
Oh,
of any show
wow.
in New York, or pretty much ever anywhere.
Anywhere.
Because you could look at my Broadway credits, and I either replaced or
Sure.
I didn't really play a significant role, because Merrily was not celebrated.
Sure.
And then I did a bunch, starting with Sweeney Todd. I did basically all revivals, except Come From Away, but I replaced.
Yeah.
But yeah, World Goes Round was very well received.
Yeah. Well, and it's still being done all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, we just had a community theater do it on the island, so
Great songs.
It's beautiful. That whole score is beautiful. Talk to me about Guys and Dolls. You did Guys and Dolls. Am I crazy? Is this the J.K. Simmons production or no?
No, with Faith Prince.
Yeah.
No, that was Jerry Zaks
Okay.
directed it, and Nathan Lane.
Okay.
Uh,
So this is who you were. You Harry the Horse then?
I was Harry. I was Harry the Horse. Yeah, I went into audition like this.
Really?
It was so fun to just take in a character that I'm never gonna play.
Yeah.
It was really fun, and I'm glad I booked it because I thought this is good.
What did you sing for that? I mean, they must have seen that you had Perfectly Frank on your resume, and then you were sold.
Yeah, they said you've done these Cole Porter reviews.
Yeah.
Frank Lesser. Yeah, no. I remember I sang, "If there's a gleam in her eye, each time she straightens your tie, it means the lady's in love with you." The Lady's in Love with You. Great Frank Lesser song. I love that song.
Wait, what is that from?
I think it was from a movie.
Okay.
But I probably sang, "If there's a gleam in her eye, each time she straightens your tie, you know the lady's in love with you."
That's actually a great lyric for.
Yeah. It's like I'm singing about
repurposed, but-
dames,
Yeah,
If she
yeah.
looks at you like that, take her home.
Yeah.
It's so freeing to play
That's
a
funny.
character.
You had a lot of these brave auditions.
I
There's
do,
something
yeah.
to be learned there.
Well, this is one of my favorite audition stories,
yeah,
and it's kind of like the highlight of my Guys and Dolls experience. I hate
Yeah.
to say,
sure.
Harry the Horse. Okay, I auditioned for Nicely, or Benny, and then Benny South Street. No, then they called me back again for Harry the Horse, and I went, "Oh, come on, y'all! I'm not going to play Harry the Horse. You
Sure.
know what I do." And I thought, all right, I'll go. And then as I was picking out what song to sing, I thought, Harry the Horse. Why is it called Harry the Horse? I don't know. And I thought, here's the voice I'm going to use. I'm going to go and I'm going to talk like this,
Right.
I thought, okay, that's fun. And then it was literally, I think, an hour before my callback, I went, okay, Harry the Horse. Why is it called that? Okay, he gambles on horses. Yeah, well, they all gamble on horses.
Right.
He was raised on a horse farm in Brooklyn. Nah, that's not believable.
Sure.
And then a voice said, what if he was nicknamed Harry the Horse in high school because he had horse-like mannerisms? And I went,
There's something there.
oh, yeah. To me, that was like, then I was so turned on. And I came up with this thing nicely. I said, Harry the Horse, how are you? And nicely, how are you? He says, nicely, thank you. And I went, a big high. The room exploded. Just they laughed, and I found another moment later go, like I'm tired.
That is so funny.
And so that's why he's called Harry the Horse. And there's nowhere in the script that says he was named that. That's his nickname from high school. But I just thought, well, that works for me.
Yeah, gosh, that's so funny. So you did that while you were reading the materials for your callback?
I like an hour later, I went in with a laugh.
That is really clever.
Yeah.
That is really funny.
Yeah.
It just goes to show like you can add so much to something so small.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Well, it was like partly the pressure. I got to go in an hour. I remember that day going, I don't know what I'm doing, man.
Yeah.
I don't have anything special. Well, the voice is okay. That's, I watched Goodfellas or something. I thought, okay, I'm going to do one of those guys.
Interesting.
And I also wanted to be lower down here because I wanted to be a sort of a deadpan presence. I wanted to be
right.
not Benny South Street who's out there doing all that. No, I'm going to be down here like this. Nathan, where's the game? We got to find a place.
Right. That's funny.
It was fun.
Yeah, that is funny. How long was that production?
We rehearsed about a month, previewed a couple of weeks, and then ran for about 3 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that received well?
No.
Really?
Not really. I'm sure a lot of people liked it.
Sure.
But it's Guys and Dolls. A lot of people love Guys and Dolls.
Loves Guys and Dolls, right?
Yeah, I won't go into it because it's hard to be objective again. But we closed, I think, a week after the Tonys when we didn't win Best Revival.
Sure.
Or whatever else. We didn't win anything.
Gotcha. So I want to talk to you about you writing with your brother. Because how long have you been writing for? You mentioned that you play piano since you were really young, but was writing something that you were always doing?
Well, exactly age 19. You know when it was? It was after that first Cole Porter review. I had a crush on one of the ladies in the cast.
Yeah.
And I had 3 weeks off before I went back to school, and I was just so depressed. I was like lovesick.
Yeah.
And I just thought, I got to do something about this. And I went, write her a song. And I went, I can't write a song. I went, write a song like Cole Porter would write. I went, oh, okay. So I wrote a song. And it kind of lifted me out of my depression.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then I just continued to write.
Did you ever show her the song?
I did.
Oh, what was her reaction?
I don't remember. She probably was, you wrote me a song? It was probably that.
Yeah.
I probably recorded it onto a cassette, that we had back then.
You go listen to this. I'm not even going to be there. You let me know what you think.
Yeah, I think, she was like in another state.
Right.
She lived in New York at the time, and I was in school in Cincinnati.
Right.
And then I just continued to write slowly, and then continued to write. And Bob, my younger brother, great writer, the funniest guy I know.
He play as well?
He plays.
Yeah.
And his singing actor, same. We're the same.
Very cool.
Very similar.
Yeah. How far are you guys apart?
5 years.
Oh, okay, cool. You're older or he's older?
I'm older.
Oh, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And then in 1991, when I was doing World Goes Around, and he was in City of Angels on Broadway, we decided we were going to do Broadway Cares, Equity Fights AIDS, one-night benefit.
Oh, cool.
At what's now, I think it's called the Triad now, 72nd Street. It was called Steve McGraw's back then. I think it's called the Triad. Who knows? It might have changed its name again.
Sure.
And so we decided to do all original music.
Very cool.
And we called it My Brother's Keeper for want of a better title.
Yeah, sure.
And we wrote a few things for it, maybe 3 or 4 things, and just dredged up songs from our past. Just because we would just kind of write from our lives. We were like wannabe Billy Joels or whatever. That's kind of what I was. Or Stevie Wonder, James Taylor, Kenny Rankin. I would write songs with these guys in mind.
Yeah.
And so we did it and got a lot of laughs because we wrote some very silly material. And then we did that 2 or 3 times over the years. And then by 1999, so 8 years later, we decided to write a 2-hander for ourselves, an actual book musical. Starring just 2 actors who play about 10 roles. On and off.
Is that Double Trouble?
That's Double Trouble.
Double Trouble.
Yeah.
And you guys did that at Goodspeed, right?
Yeah, very good. We did it at Goodspeed at Chester, and then we did it at a theater in Wichita.
Oh, sweet.
and videoed. It's on. If you haven't seen it, it's on YouTube. It's
Oh,
a lot
really?
of fun. A lot
Oh,
of
that's
fun.
so fun. Yeah,
I love
wanna
it.
check that out.
And then
That's great.
we ended up, long story short, getting it licensed at Concord Theatricals,
Mm-hmm.
and it had a production 3 years ago in Tokyo
Oh, sweet.
in Japanese. They translated it, of course,
Wow.
Japanese. We went to Japan and saw it,
Wow.
and
That is so special.
yeah. And then about 2 years ago, they basically said, if you write a sequel to it, it's like, well, I heard the word sequel and I went, oh, it's gonna really stink.
Yeah, it's already called Double Trouble.
Yeah,
What are you going to call this? Quadruple Trouble?
quadruple bypass.
Troubles?
You know, so we wrote a sequel. That's what we're going to my place in Pennsylvania to work on Act 2 of.
No
It's-
way. Can you tell us what it's called?
Right now, we're calling it a Hollywood ending.
Wow, sweet. So
Yeah.
you're currently writing the sequel to Double Trouble. That's exciting.
Yeah, for others
to
to
be
do.
produced in Japan.
And they've told us it'll be February of 26.
Wow, that is exciting.
Yeah,
That is really exciting.
He
You gotta
basically
go to Japan.
Yeah, that's where we're going to Japan.
come on over. Yeah, he wrote this time. He wrote the book,
Yeah.
and I wrote the score. The last time he basically wrote the book and some of the songs,
Mhm.
and I wrote some of the songs
Yeah.
for the first one.
That's pretty cool how you guys are able to. I mean, usually it's like I'm going to designate you write the score and I'll write the lyrics, and then we'll, but that's pretty cool that you guys are able to.
Yeah, but he's a
Fun-
good songwriter. He writes music and lyrics,
Mm.
and he can write dialogue
That's awesome.
far better than I can. And so he wrote the book. And, I wrote the score.
Wow, that's exciting. That's
Yeah,
really fun.
It's really cool.
That's great. And writing
Yeah.
with your brother, that's really fun.
Yeah, we have a similar sensibility.
Yeah.
I assume, like you.
Yeah, right. That's what
You
we're all
know,
here
you
doing
all
this thing.
aren't fighting in front
Yeah.
of me, which is
Yeah, no.
You know,
Yeah.
it's,
Just wait till you leave, Jim.
Yeah, then I'll just linger down the hall for 10
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah,
and go,
yeah, right.
Oh, I think he has a knife. Oh gosh, I hope she's okay.
So I want to talk about. That's really exciting though. That you heard it here first. The Double Trouble sequel is
So
coming
get to
Japan.
Tokyo. Yeah,
At the top of 26.
the F train.
It might go that far. It might go that far up. Music Man 2000. You did it with Rebecca Luker.
Oh, Becca.
Yeah, it was just like, beautiful and brilliant,
Oh. The
and
sweetest, most talented, beautiful lady.
mm-hmm.
But also down to earth and like modest. It's like
yeah,
if I told her she was, oh, Jimmy, oh, come
Oh.
on,
yeah.
She was.
Was that the? I should have. I really should have wrote this down. Was that the Susan Stroman? Did she do the
Mhm.
production?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Susan
okay.
Stroman. Yeah,
That's what I thought.
Beautiful production. I thought.
Yeah, yeah.
I stood by for 3 roles. That was my gig.
Did you ever get to go on?
Oh yeah,
Were you standing by for Harold Hill?
Harold. So I ended up.
We did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we came
Yeah.
full circle.
Who I want to be, or whatever that
Yeah,
phrase you
right.
started
Yeah.
with. I got to be him on Broadway
Wow, that's exciting.
in the same theater where Merrily was.
No way. That was at the. Was it the Simon yet, or was it still the Alvin?
It was the Simon then.
Wow.
It'll be the Theodore sometime next year.
Yeah, Theodore probably.
Theodore
After
Theater, that's
MJ
like-
closes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've often mused that theater is the only theater in New York where I have bowed last bow center stage. Frank
Oh my god.
and then Harold Hill.
And Harold Hill.
Yeah.
You looking to play MJ anytime soon?
Oh, I'm so him.
Yeah.
I mean, look at me.
But so talk to me about that production. I mean, what I've heard about that production is that it was absolutely beautiful, and I know this from Michelle because Michelle talked to me about it when she with the new production that came too. She was talking about that. Who was Harold Hill?
Craig Bierko.
Oh, okay.
Great Harold Hill. I don't know if you know. You've probably seen him in films and
Yeah.
television things. The most handsome guy, and like 6'2",
Yeah.
and the funniest guy. And
Yeah.
I told him, I said, Craig, you're a sharp looking guy. You don't have to be so funny. You can just show up.
Yeah. Right. That'll do it.
But he's very fast, very clever,
Very cool.
and
When you went on for Harold Hill, were you channeling Robert Preston? What was your mindset going into it? How were you bringing yourself to it?
no, I wasn't so much. I was just trying to get through trouble.
Yeah, right.
You
Yeah.
get through trouble, then I'm not saying you coast because you don't, but
No.
all right, I'm all right. if I got through that first patter song, then
Yeah.
you still got to do 76 trombones.
Right.
Sadder But Wiser Girl.
Right.
And there's and then Marion the Librarian.
Yes, which is a big number in and of
There's-
itself. That's a huge number.
Is that Act 2? I think that
Marilyn
might be
is, I think, in Act 2.
So in Act 1, he has 3 patter songs at least. And I might be forgetting one.
Yeah.
But I was what? I was 45. So, I was still confident and youngish.
Sure.
And I love Stroman. I love Stro and her work. And I love that show. Again, it's that moment of grace. It's like there's something far bigger than my puny little ego here about how I do.
And it's a big show.
It's a very big show,
Yeah.
And to go on stage opposite Rebecca Luker, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's awesome.
And I got to play Charlie Cowell.
Did you?
He's the bad guy.
That's who I played.
Oh, it's
You've
great.
been the raspberry
part.
seed of my wisdom tooth for too
Yeah,
long.
yeah, I love that. And so I got to kiss Rebecca Luker as 2 different characters.
Wow.
That's not bad.
Yeah, not too shabby.
It's like I'm on as Marcellus. Can I kiss Rebecca? Is there
I
any
played
way?
Charlie Cowell opposite my girlfriend.
Oh,
my current
my.
girlfriend. Yeah, who would have known?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that was what did it.
She
for her.
wasn't your girlfriend then?
No, I was 16 and I was 15. She was 17.
Oh, she's the
And
one in Smile.
She was the one who was in Smile. Yeah, Kirsten. Yeah.
Oh, that's so fantastic.
Yeah. So what's it called? So my point in saying that is I was pretty lucky too. She's just like Rebecca Luker. Same thing.
She's beautiful.
She'll love that.
Yeah.
She'll love that. Okay, talk about Drowsy Chaperone. 2006. You did it with your brother.
No, as a matter of fact, I never did Drowsy Chaperone. Gotcha. Where'd you get that?
What?
Drowsy Chaperone?
Is that really? That's false.
We auditioned for a production, and we thought we booked it. Does that count?
I totally thought you were.
Bob did it though. Bob,
Okay, then that's probably what I
Bob-
got confused with.
I think he swung a few roles at the Marriott. The original production.
Yeah, you know what? I wrote Drowsy Chaperone Bob Walton.
Yeah.
So maybe I don't know why I put that here.
Yeah. Although it is, I think it's an interesting, funny story. We auditioned for that for the Bakers, the brothers.
Yeah.
You maybe know the show better than I, but there's 2 like Bakers who are brothers, like the Baker brothers.
Uh-huh.
And so we went in
Yeah.
to audition because we are brothers. We went in and did our act.
No way.
a couple of songs.
From Double Trouble.
No, I think we sang "Brush Up Your Shakespeare" because we played the
cool.
gangsters.
Nice. Yeah.
We've done that twice.
That's cool.
And got a lot of laughs because we did ridiculous things in it.
Yeah.
And when we went to the callback and did it again, we had friends out in the hall. It was at Pearl Studios. And we saw friends of ours going in for other things.
Yeah.
And we said, do you want to come in and watch our audition?
Yeah.
We could use the support. And they said, sure. I mean, it was John Shearer, I think Susan Powell. And we asked, our friends are in the hall. Can they come in for this? Sure, come on.
Yeah.
So we went in and we did Brush Up Your Shakespeare. And in my opinion, slayed. And I never say that.
Yeah.
We walked out, the door closed, and I said, well, we just booked Drowsy Chaperone.
Wow.
And then a week went by, nothing. 2 weeks, no, these 2 other guys got it. And they're brothers. And I kind of went, okay, well, that's interesting. Here's the kicker. If I had gotten Drowsy Chaperone and gone to Connecticut for 2 or 3 months, I wouldn't have auditioned for Come From Away.
No way.
Which I did for 3 years.
Yeah, right.
And was the great
Yeah.
sewing up of my Broadway career.
Oh.
Great
I love
show.
that. Let me ask you about Company. You were in it in 2012 with 2011 with Patty and with John Cryer and Stephen Colbert.
yes,
I mean,
amazing
I've
cast.
watched you and you're great.
Well,
you're awesome. You're awesome.
Thank you.
The 3 of you together are really, really like dynamic and interesting, and particularly in little things to do together.
We got to sing "Sorry Grateful."
Yeah,
the
right.
hymn, the anthem of Company for me. That song is
I love
like
that song. That's probably my favorite song in the school, which is crazy to say.
how did he do that?
Yeah.
So economically, so beautifully.
Yeah. It's talk to me about that production and what it was like playing opposite Patty.
She was great.
Yeah.
It was fun. She's well, I don't need to say, an
Yeah.
extraordinary talent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And she was very kind to me
Yeah.
and sang the hell out of Ladies Who Lunch.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was great. I love that show. I directed what was called a workshop production of that in college when I
Oh,
was
cool.
a junior. So I knew the show pretty well.
Very cool.
And yeah, Patty was terrific, and
There's videos of it all over online. That's the one you watched, I think. It was one of the ones you watched.
yeah.
Yeah. And Neil Patrick Harris was Bobby.
oh,
and-
he was so great. I
Yeah,
love his Bobby.
It is. It's a great production.
And just everyone.
was
across
it a
the-
concert?
Yeah, it was. I think
style?
we did it about 4-5 performances.
Yeah.
Orchestra on stage,
Mm-hmm.
and of course memorized and all. But
Yeah. It's just so funny how something like that's like that or like the Follies in concert, and then it becomes immortalized, right?
Mm.
Because it's because even though it wasn't this long Broadway run that you did, because it's filmed, it's all over. You could find it,
Yeah,
and so
sure.
it becomes like a version of Company that's pretty.
yeah, I was very
prominent.
lucky
Yeah.
from all of it. Follies, Company, Sondheim's birthday.
Yeah.
The birthday concert, I think they called it, where I
Yeah.
sang growing up. The most nerve-wracking gig of my life.
Oh,
ever.
geez.
No
Really?
oh, yeah.
How come?
Well,
Well.
to know I'm going to go out there and play.
Was this his 80th?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the red. That's
So
the red.
2010. So a year before Company,
Yeah.
basically.
Women. Yeah.
And the
That's the Red
Philharmonic
Women
is
one.
sitting there. I'm going to, you stay in your seats. Here's how it's done. Growing up, oh man, nerve wracking.
Oh my goodness.
And I had one shot. I only did it once.
And that wasn't a song that you sang in your
No,
show.
no, I learned it. I learned it for that.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
Who asked you to be a part of that? How did that
It
come
was
about?
Lonnie. It was
Yeah.
Lonnie Price.
Yeah. He directed it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realize Lonnie
Oh,
directed
sure.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he directed Company.
Yeah.
And well, he didn't direct Follies. That was Herbert Ross.
Sure,
and,
sure.
uh,
Yeah, that's interesting. That's great. I mean, that's what people mostly will know that 80th birthday is from is the red women.
the red dresses.
The red dresses.
Does anyone still wear a hat? And they
Yeah.
pan over to Elaine, she's wearing a hat.
Yeah.
Like,
Elaine's "I'm Still Here," which I think is the
Oh.
best version I've ever seen.
What?
Um,
And Marin Maisie, God rest her that.
Yeah,
Wow.
my gosh, brilliant. And Donna doing "Could I Leave You" too.
Oh, yes.
Goodness.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Love that. Talk to me about Drood. You get to do
With Andy
Drood
Carl.
with our pal Andy Carl, and with Cheetah and Betsy
Cheetah.
Wolf
Oh,
and
Betsy
Will
Wolf.
Chase, I think, was in that too.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, like talk to me about that because that show is so fun. That show is so funky, weird, cool,
It
different
is
ending all
odd.
the time.
Yeah.
Who did you play in that?
I was in the ensemble.
Okay.
And I covered the chairman, Jim Norton.
Okay.
And Reverend Crisparkle, Greg Edelman's role. And I did not go on for the chairman. Thank God, because he never shuts up.
Yeah, sure.
So the monologues he has to know. I
Yeah.
would go over and over and over and over and over those things, and
Yeah.
I never went on. Like,
That's
what
funny.
a waste of my.
Who wrote Drood? I don't even know.
That's
Can you
Rupert
know?
Holmes.
Oh, okay.
He wrote book musical lyrics.
Oh, I didn't-
probably
I didn't realize
orchestrated
that.
it too.
I didn't even know that. Yeah.
Yeah. Great
So talk to
guy.
me about what it's like doing a show where the ending is different every night.
That was fun.
Yeah.
This is the fun part.
I was gonna say you never know what. There's like 6 different endings, right?
Something like that, at least.
Yeah.
And we would learn about maybe 5 minutes before that last scene who was going to be. We would know going on. Well, it's going to be Andy Carl tonight. Oh, it's
okay.
Betsy Wolf. Oh, I love what
Who
you.
decided how it ended? It was the audience,
It's
right?
the audience votes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when did they vote? How long? How long before you
During
know?
there's this. They're told, of course, ahead of time they're going to be voting, and I think maybe in intermission they're given. No, they're not even given pieces of paper. Because they're polled by the ensemble. Is out in the house, and they have a group. And so let's say 6 characters on stage would say, is it Reverend Crisparkle? And Greg would step forward and goof around for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
While some would raise their hands and go, keep your hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 19, Crisparkle, 19. Or is it so-and-so, you know?
Yeah.
And they'd step forward.
Yeah.
And then 25 hands would go up in my section. Okay. Oh, I see. 25. Then they would pool all those tallies from the different sections.
Is there someone that just kept getting picked again
I'll bet there was. I think Greg was picked a lot as Chris Sparkle. Andy Carl was, whatever his name was. He played the man from Siam or wherever that was supposed to be.
So funny.
And his sister, oh God,
Jessie Mueller was in that.
Jessie Mueller was so funny, and she was picked.
Yeah.
Well,
funny. It's like all-star cast, that show.
Oh. And Will Chase got picked a lot.
Yeah.
Because, he's...
The idea behind it is that there's a murder and the audience decides who's the murderer because
never finished it, right?
because Charles Dickens never finished the book. So you don't know, it was a murder mystery and you don't know who did it because he died. So
it was his last book.
It was his last book, so nobody knows who did it. And so
it's a great idea.
Such a fun idea, yeah.
I did get to go on as Reverend Chris Sparkle.
Oh, yeah?
For a long weekend, let's say Friday through Sunday or Thursday through Sunday. And it was fun. Mm-hmm. A great part. Mm-hmm. And the last day, I'm sure the folks in the ensemble wanted me to be picked as the murderer.
Yeah.
So either they juiced the numbers for Chris Sparkle or they you could also talk up the audience.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they said, the guy who's on, he's an understudy. If we elect him to sing that song, we can really get his go. I know that's what they did.
Yeah.
And sure enough, my last performance, they said, the murderer is Reverend Chris Sparkle. And I went, oh. So you have to learn your song, and it's the same lighting. You got the same lighting plot. You start up stage, then on this section you move down. Mm-hmm. And Will Chase and I laughed at each other, usually off stage.
Yeah.
Or right before going on. He was a real fun. He is a very fun, carefree shit disturber.
Yeah.
Well, there was this moment where in Chris Sparkle's confession, I knew that he says something like, and that's why I murdered Drood. Let's say that's what the line is. I don't really remember. That's why I murdered Drood. And then there's this bump, 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 vamp. And I turned towards Will and went, that's why I murdered Drood. And I went, I rolled my eyes back and laughed like a monster.
Oh my God.
It's like a really scary thing to look at. Yeah. And he lost it. Also, he loved when I would do a Paul Lynde impression. So I worked in a Paul Lynde impression in the middle of the song somewhere. I don't remember where. Very unprofessional. But that's what they wanted. This is your moment.
Yeah.
And
it's that type of show.
Yeah. Andy Carl would do crazy things. And he's so funny.
Yeah. Oh, man, I wish I would have seen that.
So I loved that I got to make Will Chase laugh and roll my eyes back in my head. And I remember after the show, I ran into Cheetah backstage, and she went, I have to talk to you. I have to talk to you. But that's all she needed to say. Meaning she but she loved me. She was so kind
I've heard nothing
and warm.
but great things about her.
I love.
I've met her once, and
she's. I hate to say it, but of all the big stars that I worked with, she's my favorite.
Oh.
No question.
Yeah.
No question.
Yeah, I'm sure.
She was so kind and like flirty and funny and supportive.
Yeah.
And I need to talk to you.
Yeah.
Well, I think that was her way of saying, you're a naughty boy, but I loved it.
That's
what I got.
I love that. Okay, talk to me about Birdie.
Oh, gosh.
This was the Stamos revival, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. And it's, from what I understand, was there any other revival? I don't know.
Since then? Or?
No. I'm not sure. I think that it's Birdie, the original Birdie, and I'm not sure that there's another. Yeah, I'm not sure.
You may be right.
Yeah, I think it's the only revival of Birdie. And I always say that Birdie is the type of show where it really is so of it's time that it's hard to redo because those numbers are very 60s. So unless you're doing it as like nostalgia from a nostalgia, it's pretty much hard to remove from its style.
Yeah.
You know? But that was the intention with this production, was like the Justin Bieber of it all, right?
I think so. Yeah. It's hard to know. I was in the ensemble and I covered Bill Irwin.
Kids. I don't know what's
Yeah.
wrong with these kids today.
The role originated by Paul Lynde, mind you.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. So the first time I went on, I entered a scene with a Paul Lynde impression, got a huge laugh.
Nice.
And I walked off and went to the stage manager. I said, I'm sorry, I just had to do it once. Get it out of my system. He said, no, it's funny. Do it whenever you want.
Awesome.
He said, do it whenever you want. Which is not what stage managers say.
Yeah, right.
And they go, no, all right, just now you mind your, that's they got to keep me in line. I said, all right, I won't do it more than 2 or 3 times a show.
Yeah. What theater was that in?
That was in the Stephen Sondheim.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
What was it like working with Stamos?
I didn't really do much with John. He was very kind and
Yeah.
very friendly and
Yeah.
accessible.
Yeah.
And, my God, the guy is just so handsome and likable. And
Yeah,
he
he
was
is.
generous with us. He gave us very nice opening night gifts and would always come into the male ensemble dressing room before every show and just hang out and chat and ask how we were doing. Great guy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. He seems great. I admire him so much.
Yeah,
that was the production when we were doing the show. We did the show when we were kids, and that was right after this revival, or right around the same time. And so he was what I was using as reference.
Yeah, sure.
Because I wasn't playing Albert, but the Thanksgiving performance, Put on a Happy Face, and
Sure.
all this stuff. I was like, and I still love his version of Baby Talk to Me.
Oh,
It's a shame that there's no recording of it because I love.
Yeah, I wish we'd done a recording. I love that score.
Yeah, me too.
I like
think
the
it's so
score
fun.
more than the book. I hate
Yeah.
to say,
Yeah, but
Michael
it's so
Stewart, but
fun.
it's a great score. And Put on a Happy Face.
Iconic.
It's
Yeah.
one of the catchiest melodies you'll ever hear, and that inner rhyme,
Yeah.
Gloomy Mask of Tragedy.
It's not your style. Yeah.
You'll be glad you decided to smile. What a trick
to
rhyme.
smile. Yeah. Yeah.
Tragedy, and you'll be glad you decided. Just brilliant.
Yeah. Really clever. Okay. She Loves Me, 2016. That is. It feels like not to say people forgot about She Loves Me, but I think that production is like, it's certainly the reason I know the show. Yeah, rejuvenated the show for sure.
Yeah.
Like, that's a
It's a great cast.
and a really successful production, right? It got great reviews and
It
whatnot.
did great reviews.
Who did you
David
play in
Rockwell won the Tony for Best Set. I was in the ensemble, and guess what? I understudied
Yeah.
Mr. Marichek and the head waiter.
Okay, sure.
But I didn't go on for either of them,
Wow.
which, frankly, even by then, that's where I was. I don't want to go on.
Sure.
I just want the job.
Sure.
And I played the lieutenant who comes to tell Marichek that we've been trailing your wife, as you hired me to do. What was his name? Keller. Inspector Keller.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about understudying, because it is such a we've had a lot of swings on, and they talk about that, and I guess what's your biggest tip, advice to getting ready to do something like that? Because I find it so nerve-wracking.
It is
I've done it
nerve-wracking.
once, but I've never had to go on.
I find it nerve-wracking, and as soon as I'll go backwards. As soon as I booked Come From Away,
Yeah.
I was 63 years old, and I thought, that's it. I'm never going to understudy again. That was one of my first thoughts. I am never going to understudy again.
How come?
I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I never wanted to.
Okay.
I wanted the part.
Right.
And it's not like I want to go on 2 times, 4 times, 8 times. Now, covering is different. That was different for me. Music Man, because I knew the show and loved the show.
Right.
And it was different somehow.
Yeah.
And Stroh, but understudying, I would just say really know your stuff.
Yeah.
Don't know your words.
Yeah.
And if you can, write down the blocking so that you really know it. Because first time I went on in Music Man, by the way, it was in previews early on
Oh, wow.
for Marcellus.
Oh.
Max Casella played it. And I went on at the beginning of Act 2.
Oh my goodness, mid-show.
Yeah, he had some sort of flu thing. Intermission, he said, I'm out. And it was in previews, so I hadn't learned Shapoopy
You didn't
yet.
even do a put in.
No, I hadn't had to put in for anything.
Right.
And I knew the song Shapoopy.
Right.
Who can forget those lyrics?
Yeah, right.
Sorry, Meredith. But Tara Young, the Stroh's assistant, taught me Shapoopy in the...
Over intermission?
during the first act, and not intermission because we were down in the lower lobby of the Simon Theater. The same place where Harold Prince said we're looking for. It's weird how circular my career has been in weird ways. So I learned and went on. I did most of it fine, except there was one time I turned up stage and everybody's in there in their brightly colored outfits, dancing around in their boaters, and I'm going, and they just went, they laughed so hard at me because I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Yeah.
Just and then I went, oh, I know, flea hops. Okay, I'll do them. But understudying, if you're young, I say, like, young, in my opinion, is you're still building a career, let's say.
Yeah.
Definitely do it. Do
Yeah.
it. You'll learn a lot, and if you go on, you can be seen.
Yeah.
And it's always an audition. But by the time I got to 40, 45, I didn't really want to do that.
Right, yeah. Let's talk about Sunset. Lonnie Price directed it.
He did.
This is the Glenn Close revival. It is one of my biggest regrets that I didn't see it. I really wish I had seen that.
You can see it's on YouTube as well.
Oh, is it really?
There's a link on it.
Oh yeah. Well, I was in college during it, and everybody was talking about it, and I somehow missed it. But talk to me about who you played in that.
I played Manfred, the effervescent tailor who comes and sings "The Lady's Paying" while he fits Joe into a tuxedo that he'll wear on New Year's Eve.
Yeah. What was your relationship with the show beforehand? Before that,
none.
Did you know it at all?
I saw the original.
Okay.
And I've seen the movie two or three times. I love the movie, the Billy Rose.
Sure.
But Lonnie called me one day and said, "Hey, I'm casting Sunset Boulevard. Do you want to audition for Manfred?" I said, "Yes." "Who's Manfred?" And he said, "Oh, he's this tailor guy, comes in, has this song, and I use the word effervescent, but I would just say he's clearly gay, which is he should be. He's got a measuring whatever around his measuring tape, and he's giving orders to his handsome young men who work for him. And Joe is like, oh my God, look at Joe." So I took in this. I auditioned, and I took in this very bold character.
Yeah.
And I booked it. And
amazing.
Lonnie just wanted more and more and more. And I said, gosh, we weren't into cancel culture quite yet.
Sure.
But close. And I said, Lonnie, I don't want anybody to think I'm poking fun. Or, I'm not. I don't mean to.
Yeah.
He said, no. We need it. This show is dark. Yeah. We need your lightness. I said, okay. And I said, I'm really playing him as happy.
Yeah.
More than anything, he just loves his job. It gets him very excited.
Yeah, right.
And so I created a character and walked into the audition. I wore a suit, but I draped my jacket over my shoulders. I wanted to find a friend who had a dog, like a small dog, to just take in.
Yeah.
And then give him the dog and say, "Get the hell out of here."
I love that.
But I didn't go that far. But I knew all of that.
Talk about Glenn Close. What was she like?
She was great.
Yeah.
So great.
Yeah.
Kind, accessible, of course, super, super talented.
Yeah, she's
and serious, and so kind to me. She would like kind of, I wouldn't say flirted with me, but she kind of teased me and joked with me.
Yeah, that's fun. Have you seen this new revival?
I have.
What'd you think?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I was
very
surprised.
Interesting how different it is.
You saw it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was ready not to.
Sure.
Not because I'm that way, but I just thought, but I really liked the look. I liked the choreography. I liked
the choreo's great.
Yeah. I love the ensemble.
You saw Nicole?
Yeah.
Killer. We didn't get to see Nicole.
Oh, well, I went with a friend, and she was insistent that we see her. And I said, I want to see her too.
Yeah.
And she was great. And I thought he was great, the Joe Gillis.
Tom Francis, yeah.
Yeah, really good. And I liked the screens. I thought that was kind of fun.
Interesting, yeah. Yeah, for sure. So talk to me about Come From Away. You worked with our dearest Wendy Bobbitt Cabot. Her and Michelle worked hand in hand together on our senior showcase when I was in college.
I met her as Wendy Bobbitt in Pittsburgh. Because she went
okay.
Did she go to Point Park, or did she go to Carnegie Mellon? Or maybe she was from Pittsburgh and she was home for the summer. But this cute little blonde.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize. So you guys know each other.
Oh, I knew her way back in mid-'80s.
Wow.
I think.
Yeah, that's so funny. How'd you guys meet?
Pittsburgh Civic Light Opera. She played piano for it.
Very cool.
And I was a singing actor.
She's brilliant.
She is. Yeah.
She's brilliant. We're trying to get her on as well. She's so smart. The best musical director I've ever worked with. She's amazing.
Yeah, she's great.
And so who are you playing in Come From Away?
I played Nick Marson,
Yeah.
Nick Doug, and others.
Yeah.
That Lee McDougall originated.
And you weren't covering or understudying, but
Nope.
in a way, you're doing very similar job because
playing a lot
you're
of parts.
playing a bunch of different
Sure.
parts.
Yeah, but at least I'm playing them every night.
Yeah.
It's not like
I saw you in that, by the way.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
when
so
I was
sorry.
in college. No.
That was a workout. And
Yeah.
to learn the moves and the
And also the what's the number with the chairs?
Stop the
And you-
World.
Stop the world, right?
walking on the chairs while the revolve is turning.
Yes,
underneath you.
yes.
It's,
Really cleverly staged. I mean, Chris won the Tony.
Oh,
for that.
rightly
Chris
so.
Yeah.
And Kelly Devine won the Olivier for Best Choreography.
Oh, really?
When
Oh,
they were
very
over
cool.
there. So they both won the high award in
respectively,
two
yeah.
different cities.
Yeah, and so talk to me a little bit about Come From Away. I think that score is so beautiful. It's such an interesting story. Did you see it before you were in it?
Yeah, but I didn't see it until I got the audition. I got an audition. I went, I
probably
got
see
to
this
I see it. What's going on there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I was knocked out by it, but I watched Lee pretty much because I knew I was auditioning for his track. So
And really moving. I mean, it's just such a
very
piece.
moving. Yeah, it's a unique piece like
Yeah.
no other. I can't name another show that. Oh well, it's a lot like.
Yeah, right. And then you guys got to do the movie. Did you do the movie with a pro shot? Did you do it after the show had already closed?
No, we did it in between the pandemic shut. We did it really during the shutdown.
Oh, okay.
I think it was May of 2021. So we were about to come back in September. The theater woke back up in September of 21.
That's right.
And so we went into a bubble for 3 weeks at the Inc. 48 Hotel.
I remember this because Wendy was doing our senior showcase while this was happening.
Oh.
And so we had just finished showcase and then she had disappeared for a little bit because she was in the bubble.
Yeah. We
That's
couldn't leave
fun.
the hotel. As a matter of fact, if you stepped out of the hotel, you'd be kicked off the project.
Right, sure.
Or they probably would have just slapped your hand because
Sure.
now we got to go hire somebody
Yes,
and we got to
right,
get them
right.
tested
Right.
and are you
But it
free?
still was taken very seriously.
Yeah, very seriously. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was
The movie is great, by the way. I mean, the
thank
pro
you.
shot is. I think it still really sends the message clear, and that's how they know. They didn't get to see it, but I think it's still
That's
really
on Apple now.
Yeah, it's on Apple.
Apple
Yeah,
still?
yeah, and it just like really. I think that it's underrated. I don't feel like people talked about it enough. I thought it was really well
Oh, it
done.
had very devout followers.
Yeah.
People who'd seen it dozens of times.
Yeah, and it ran for a long time.
It did.
Yeah, and now it's being done regionally. And
Yeah, I'm going to do it this summer.
Oh, are you really
At
at
the-
Ogunquit? No, not
No.
Ogunquit.
Oh, I love Ogunquit. I've worked there.
They
No,
just did, I think, or
I think they're going to do it this summer.
yeah.
No, the Cape Playhouse.
Oh,
in
no way.
Dennis,
Oh
Massachusetts.
my gosh, love Cape Playhouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's exciting. That's so cool.
And no turntable. So
No turntable.
I'll have to walk on the chairs, but at least the stage will be like this.
Are you playing the same part?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I wasn't going to
that's
go
great.
and learn another role.
Yeah, you want another track.
No.
Who's directing that?
That's Kelly Devine, the original
Oh,
choreographer,
nice.
is directing and choreographing. I'm assuming I'm sure she'll have assistants.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Have you aside from that time that you went to go see Double Trouble, did you go back to Japan since being born there?
No, that was my first time back.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
cool.
and-
Did you get to check out where you were born?
We went to Tachikawa, but the air base is no longer there.
Okay, gotcha.
It's now like a state or national park.
Was your brother born there too?
No, he was born in Marion, Indiana.
Oh, very cool. Gotcha. That's exciting. That's awesome. And are you guys looking to license this production too?
We hope so, yeah.
Yeah.
We imagine it will be.
Yeah.
Because we have another 2 shows that are licensed through Concord.
Mm-hmm.
There are 2 reviews about the midlife transition.
Yes, that's right. Midlife, the
Midlife.
Crisis musical.
Yes, very good. And then Midlife 2, # what did I come in here for?
Yeah, right.
It's trying to get a
Nice.
laugh on our title.
No, it's great. It's awesome.
And Double Trouble,
Right.
1.
Right.
So those 3 shows are licensed. And,
Yeah. That's
unbelievable.
awesome.
Yeah.
And it's great that it's such a big hit in Japan.
Yeah, it ran a year and a half.
Wow.
It's like, are you kidding?
How cool.
And then it also ran in Shanghai.
Oh my gosh.
They translated it to Chinese and did it in Shanghai.
So they're doing all that for you, and what is that like translating something? Like, how are you guys contributing to that process?
We don't.
Really?
Who a translator has command of both languages and maybe has to look up certain things.
Yeah.
Like I fudged that. What does that mean? I
Right.
that. Oh, I made an error. Oh, okay. Well, what would that be like for me? Oh, slang for I fudged that in Japanese. I'm making stuff up.
Sure.
But I don't know. They translate it.
That's awesome.
And we didn't
Very cool.
understand it, of course, but the audience laughed. And,
Hey.
There
Great. Take what you can get. Okay, so we want to play a little game with you. We have this game called, and we'll see how it goes. We have this game called Finish the Lyric. So I'm going to give you a bunch of songs that you've sang professionally, and that you've sang beautifully, I might add.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I'm going to take one lyric out of a phrase.
Wow.
And then
I tell you what lyric.
Yeah, see if you can tell
like
me what it is. Yeah.
Like not a day goes, something like that.
Yeah, something like
all
that.
right, but that's
but
a
the
little...
phrases will be a little bit longer than that.
Yeah.
Okay. This is from "Marry Me" and "The World Goes Round," which you can hear, Jim, on the recording, and you sound brilliant. We listened to it in the car today.
Wow. Thank you.
So the lyric goes: "Marry me, so marry me, give in and marry me. Though you don't love me now, you will in time.
You may not know it yet, but I'm the best you'll get. Come on and marry me, marry me."
There it is. Okay.
Marry
Off to a
me.
good start. Great.
Down a fourth.
God, beautiful song.
You may not know it yet. That's about up there. But I'm the best. They laughed at that line. But I'm the best you'll get.
Yeah.
It's
so cute.
But he means it. That's what's so dear about it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Were you thinking about, I should ask this, were you, when you guys were doing "And the World Goes Round," were you thinking in according to the original story, or were you guys making up your own thing?
Oh, no. It was our own thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's
as far as I recall.
Yeah. Were you guys working together, or was it like your own thing? In terms of like your story in regards to when you're doing a number with, like for example, "Marry Me" you did with A Quiet Thing, right?
Yeah, with
and
Karen.
that was its own story, right?
Yeah, that was me.
You and Karen.
We were a couple. I'm proposing, and she says, "I'm not sure," and he
Oh,
goes
very
away and
cool.
puts on tap shoes, and then comes
Sure.
back, and then they dance, and she goes, "Yes."
Oh, lovely.
But it was
Love
its
that.
own.
Yeah, it's its own story.
Yeah, it wasn't
removed.
It wasn't the ring.
Okay, this one's from "Opening Doors," Merrily.
Oh dear.
We'll all get together on Sunday. We're opening doors, singing "Here We Are."
We're filling up days on a dime.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're filling up days on a dime. And if you didn't know
The
that
faraway
one,
shores.
she would have. So
Very
she would have helped
near.
you out there.
There isn't a thing to fear.
This one is from "Come From Away." This is "Stop the World."
You better know this one.
I was gonna say, if you don't, you gotta brush up on your Shakespeare. So "Stop the world, take a picture, try to capture to ensure this moment lasts. We're still in it, but in a minute, that's the limit. And this present will be past. So here we are, where the world has come together."
So here she'll be in this picture forever.
Wow!
Right?
Oh, this is great. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 3 for 3. Okay, pretty good.
Yeah.
Great.
All
Christian
right.
always says, he's like, what would make this? He always thinks that this type of game is better if you didn't know it. So just fake one for me. No, I'm kidding.
If I didn't know the song.
If you didn't know one of the songs.
Oh well,
yeah.
we may.
Yeah, right. We'll see if we get there. You're just too good. All right. Sometimes a day goes by. This is from "Sometimes a Day Goes By," and "The World Goes Round." 24 hours pass. I look around and find that I haven't thought of her. Not even when I'm somewhere we used to go.
Not even if that's someone we used to know.
Yeah. Man. Such a great lyric.
What a lyric.
Yeah. Great lyric.
It's like, oh, we hung out with him. Oh, I'm not going to go talk to him.
Yeah.
Oh, because it'll remind me. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boy, he knew how to.
Yeah. Really, really layered. Really
Yeah.
beautiful. All right. This is the last one. This is "Amiss." "Amiss, what do you see off there in those trees? Oh, won't you give me a chance?"
Promise.
Oh wait, actually, you know what? You are right, and
Oh,
that was
that's the
this feels like
second
a
one.
trick. This is the yeah.
Oh.
So you know what? I'll give you. Here we go. I'm going to continue it. "Who would sail to Spain for all its wonders?"
Who would sail to Spain for all its wonders? Oh God. See, I don't know this.
Oh, look at that! But now I don't know if he's acting.
No.
After what I just said,
Because he sings he sings it twice.
he does
sings
sing
it
yeah.
in the first
That's why this
one.
one's a little trickier.
This
Do you
is-
know it?
Who would spend all his wonders on the
Dardanelle.
You know the melody.
From the
You know the melody.
Dardanelle to the
It's when in
mountains of
Kearney's
Tibet.
Lane lies the greatest wonder yet.
Yeah.
Because that's
he
the whole bit about Kearney's
sings
Lane.
it twice. He sings it at the beginning.
Yeah.
Coming in on with Todd on the boat.
Yeah. And then there's that bit in the Finishing the Hat where he mentions Kearney's Lane not being or Kearney's Lane.
Oh,
is
he
not
made
a
it
road.
up.
Yeah, he made it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, really fun. That was Finished the Lyric with Jim Walton.
Thank you.
So let me give you. We have 2 more questions. We always manifest a dream guest. We always ask our guest to manifest a dream guest to be sitting in this chair. So give me someone. Give me anyone. It could be absolutely anyone.
Who's living?
Yeah, well, yes, of
it's
course.
not like
Of
Abe
course.
Lincoln, is he?
Yeah,
around?
no, I can't. I can't interview Abe
I
Lincoln.
heard he died.
He
buddy.
might have. He might have.
God, dream guest theater. Whew.
You're a dream guest in and of itself.
well,
though. You are.
you're very kind.
So
well,
thank you.
Lonnie Price.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
Oh, love that. Yeah.
Well, there are so many. Susan Stroman, Christopher.
You're our 4th Susan Stroman.
Yeah, Chris Ashley.
Oh yeah, I would love to talk to Chris Ashley. We'll take it. Those are great.
Oh,
Those are great.
I'm just picking the big wigs.
Yeah, right,
of
right.
But
Well, Lonnie's brilliant, and I've loved his work. And I have a friend who's working with him on Peter Pan now. Which is fun.
yeah.
You guys are still good friends.
oh yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Love that. Old friends.
Old friends.
As you
yeah,
mentioned.
I love Lonnie. He's
My last question for you is, when we started the podcast, we asked you who your I Want to Be Like You as a kid was. And we always end the podcast by asking, who is your I Want to Be Like You now? And it could be someone in your family. It doesn't have to be someone who's working in the industry or famous or any of that. Just anything.
my daughter.
Your daughter. Aw. Why?
She inspires me, and
Yeah.
you can do the Merrily math to know that she'll be 43.
Oh,
Wait a
sure.
minute. Yeah, because she was born in 82,
82.
so this July.
Mm-hmm.
And, she's had some challenges, which is why I'm wearing this
Oh, sure. Sure.
breast cancer awareness
Yeah.
bracelet, and is going through a time, but doing very well. And her courage and integrity through it all
That's lovely.
blow me away.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Tyler
There
is
it
her
is.
name. Tyler.
What was her name?
Tyler. is her
Tyler.
name. Yeah, she was one of the first Tylers, and then it's like everybody you meet named Tyler
Yeah,
is a guy.
Tyler Walton.
I'm sorry, Tyler. We know you're a girl.
Yeah.
But
I
she
love
loves
that.
it. I love the name Tyler.
And you have a grandkid as well, don't you?
Yes, she has a daughter, Jet, named after Joan Jett,
Oh, no way.
Who's
How old
two-
is your granddaughter?
2.5.
Oh,
That's where I was last week.
Oh, okay.
I
Gotcha.
was in California visiting. Oh, man.
Oh, nice.
She blew up the jet.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, and congratulations on all things, and thank you so much for doing this.
Thank
This has really
you,
been
and
such a
to you,
treat.
Christian Angel. Thank you. You're all so terrific. I'm inspired that you are all siblings. It's a beautiful thing.
Thank you. We appreciate it. There it is. I Want to Be Like You with Elbi Cespedes, produced by Elbi and Christian Cespedes. Special thanks to Angelina Cespedes, Vincenzo Salvatore Cakes, and of course, Jim Walton.